Game over.
It's getting late. I got a parade to go to. And I've yet to see a sign of this supposed Turboman doll.
Boy. Do not be sorry. Be better. You are too quick to temper. You are rash, insubordinate, and out of control. This will not stand.
Another one.
And so everything that we are doing with our content, with our and so everything that we are doing with
What's up, grinders? Happy New Year or Happy New Year to everybody out there. Hope everybody had a great and happy New Year. This will be the first Gaming Grindhouse of 2023. Yes, oh yes, this is. So I am definitely on the upswing. I'm feeling better. Still have a little bit of cough in here, so we'll see if I get through again a show. But I wanted to do an earlier show just today because I had I was off, so I was able to get stuff ready a little earlier rather than doing the traditional late at 8 o'clock. So that's why some of the grinders come on in, share it out, let them know we're live just a bit earlier this evening in 2023. We'll still try to talk at 8 o'clock, but just when I saw some of the things, today I was like, well, there's not that much news, not that much going on. And I was like, and then, always bet on green. That's all I got to say. My goodness, I tell you, what a way to start off 2023 with, just not good rumors at all after a no-show in the whole of 2022. Hey, what's up, Church Keys? How you doing? Yeah, I'm feeling a little better here and there. Definitely more improved than Friday. Friday, I think, was the turning point when I did the last show. So shout out to everybody. Yo, check out the last show on Friday. That was just a New Year's Eve one. Went over a couple topics. I had these topics here, as you can see on the grinds board tonight. Frog is coming in, and we'll talk frogs for the 2023 year. But yo, what's up, man? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Let's get it, man.
Let's get it. Well, I'm just about to read off the topics. But yeah, Rice Puddin', welcome to VIP Grinder. Rice Puddin'. I'm trying not to yell. I can't yell too much, man. I mean, knocking myself off. But man, so Frog, I'm going through these topics. These are the topics that we'll be talking about tonight. Ready? We got Horizon wins Best Digital Foundry, Best Graphics. Horizon wins that. Well,
so deserved.
Well deserved. Xbox doing better in Japan? Big question mark.
Okay.
Big question mark. Huge question mark. PSVR 2.
You just made the list.
Oh, damn. Here goes on. Vice Puddin'. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being a VIP grinder. PSVR 2 show in January 4th. They're going to be at CES, where they're going to go over to PSVR 2.
Interesting.
Yep. And then that article that we were talking about earlier today, Xbox don't need games in 2022 and did fine article by our friend Giuseppe. Giuseppe, he wrote that one.
That's one of the big articles we have to talk about. Did you put the article about Dustin and these games that Sony have apparently blocked?
Oh yes, I know.
You know what? I didn't even to talk about that. There's a big problem.
Yeah.
And just a shout out to Dustin. Gary. I don't really watch your content, but when I try to absorb his content, it's always some fanboy stuff. And shout out, he gave Jazz Corden the props. So he made Jazz Corden look just as stupid.
You mean bootleg Jazz? Bootleg Jazz, yes, that's how.
I'm sorry, bootleg Jazz.
Yeah,
he gave bootleg Jazz the props for some of his information. So shout out to both of them for looking like the clowns of the year right at the beginning of the year.
Man, I tell you already. I didn't even know. Dude, I didn't even know we were gonna start with the circus. So I figured they'll let at least a couple of weeks go in, right?
Look, let me tell you, they had the tent up, they have the peanuts, they have the popcorn. Hurry!
Hurry, come on. It's a new year, it's a new clown show. Dude, I don't get it, man. They set up the circus real early over the weekend.
I don't get it, man. I tell you. I sat there and I listened to this thing and I said, wow, I can't believe he's actually, this is bad.
I don't know,
but
man. The circus has been set up.
All I can say is, wow. I don't know.
Bootlickers.
Oh, man. I don't know what more to say. Other than, I don't think some of these guys they don't fact check their stuff and they just write stuff down and they get their emotions all wound up, and I think that's what's going. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this year, if you are a person that's gaming and you love gaming, stop being emotional and really be rational and do your research and due diligence and think about what you're gonna type or say, because some of you guys are getting emotions tied up in places you really don't need to be in. And instead of just saying, you know what, maybe this is just it's emotions. That's what it has to be.
Well,
It has to
because
be.
Frog, it's been taking so long for their hopes and dreams to, like, when you have all these hopes and wishes and dreams, and I did it on Friday's show where I went over, I said the worst take ever. Yo, he was so hyped for Halo. He was so hyped for all these games. And he's like, that's just 2021.
Hey,
and I'm
let
like, how many times do you hope and
There-
dream? All of them, hoping and dreaming,
Jazz,
and it's not delivering, but they still
There's-
have a smile on their face. I don't
there's
get
so
it.
many times. There's so many times that he corrected himself in his video when he said "we," and then he's like, "Well, I mean, we as in people who want to play the games on the Xbox." I was like, "No, you got it right. You said we. You're in that." He's an Xbox OnlyFans member. Like, I just don't get this guy, man. Like, some of the stuff he says, and I hate the console war, but the things you do are console war-ish.
Oh yeah,
It's
against
like
Sony.
That's why it's very hard. And I said this on Twitter. It's very hard for me to listen to anybody who podcasts, and your podcast is Xbox centric. If you are talking primarily about Xbox on your podcast. And I mean, like, you are for Xbox, Microsoft, everything. You love it. It's hard to listen to it because a lot of stuff they talk about is speculation. Look,
Yeah.
I know I go in on the Iron Lords, but I really like a lot of those guys. They're cool. They're cool guys, right? Outside of them being Xbox fans, they're cool guys. But a lot of stuff they talk about is speculation, in rooftop parties. So what I can say to that is, oh man, like, some of you guys, man, that had these Xbox centric podcasts, you guys really need to research, because some of the stuff you say is not. It's you're saying something you don't know what you're talking about, and there's facts written down. All you have to do is just Google search it and really investigate it, and you could have found out that Sony owns the Bloodborne IP. That's why it will never come to Xbox. They own the IP. It's not that From Software just make. No, Sony owns Demon's Souls. Sony owns Bloodborne. Maybe that's why those games will never come to Xbox. They're not blocking these games. They own it. So
Yeah.
how can you be mad at something that a company owns and say they're blocking it from ever coming to Xbox? Well, if I own it, why should it come to your console if I own it? It's my IP.
But Frog, Bloodborne was never a
Don't get it.
franchise that was on everywhere, and then now
No.
they're gonna own it and pull it.
But
you
what
know?
I'm saying is, if Sony
Like-
publicly has stated it and they already came out, you can read it. We own this IP. We're not only publishing it, we own it. Yes, they're developing it, but we.
Well, did you see
own
the ones that on the list from
Nah,
their
man.
response to Nintendo? Like Zelda and stuff. Like, Zelda owns those games. Those are exclusives.
I don't
like,
understand what's going on. Look,
they're
let me tell
trying
you,
what they're trying to do in this whole FTC thing and this CMA, and we keep seeing it, is they're trying
Jazz,
to say
this is a
Sony
great-
has no right to cry wolf because
This is a great start to the year.
yeah,
You
right?
know why?
What?
Do you know why it's such a great start? I no longer have an Xbox product in my house.
Real
I
what?
don't have
No
any-
more Xbox in your house.
Let me tell you, my Xbox Series X went bye-bye the day after Christmas. I just gave it away. I didn't even sell it.
Oh my!
I gave it away. You know why I gave it
Holy
away?
crap.
Because the person that I gave it away to, I know for a fact, even though they're more, they're more casual, they're gonna put better use to it than I ever would, because there's nothing there for me to play. But guess what? They saw me in the house playing my new Need for Speed and on my PlayStation 5, and they're like, man, I really want that game, but it's only on the Xbox new system and the PS. And I was like, it is. I didn't even know it, right? He's like, yeah, I think it is. And I was like, well, you can have my Xbox One Series X. I
The
don't
new
play
Need
it.
for Speed's everywhere. What do you mean it's only on the new system?
Well, he
he couldn't play it because he have a new system.
What I'm saying is he has an old PS. He's an old PlayStation 4 and an old Xbox One.
So he couldn't
and
play the
he
new Need
doesn't-
for Speed.
And so when he sees the commercials, he just sees PS5 and Series X. That's how they advertise. And I don't know if it's on the older consoles. I really don't. I couldn't tell you if it is or not. Because when I buy it, I just download the PS5 version.
Damn, you just
If
gave
I-
it away. You're like, take it.
So what I said to him is, I was like,
You just gave it away.
because from what I know, I thought the game was everywhere, but it might not be. It might only be. Oh, it is. It is only okay. It's only current gen. It's only current gen.
Yeah, so you can play it.
So it's only on PS5 and the series consoles. so he couldn't play it. And I was like, you know what? Take the Xbox. You can go buy, because there's games that he's like, well, because there's new game. And his dad has a PS5, but unfortunately, his dad doesn't let him play the PS5. So I was like, take the Series X.
Frogs gave away the Series X, like he did it. He did it like a pelican in a basket, and he left it at somebody's doorstep, like as.
Let me tell you.
He just dropped it off at the doorstep, like the freaking the pelican, the oyster, whatever those freaking things are.
Jazz. He got a deal. I gave it away.
Yeah, he got a deal. He got the console, with no games.
He got the console. He got an extra controller. It was I gave him the Astro eSwap controller. You can swap the sticks left and right. Make him
Jesus.
Gave him that.
You just made the list.
Gave him a whole 4-station battery pack charger, USB-C. Gave him that. Gave him a Astros headset, an old Astros headset that I had. Gave him that.
My God,
this man made out like a bandit. The only reason he made like a bandit because his family and our family, they're really close. So I was like, you know what? He's not going to take it and hawk it or sell it and get a PS5. He's not going to.
Well, that would be crazy if he does.
He's not going to do that. So I was like, what's the point of not get? I was like, this thing is going to collect dust. I'm playing High on Life, and I'm like, this game is cool, but there's other games I have, on my other console that I primarily play that I want to play that are better than this game, So let me just play these games. I'll get back to High on Life, and eventually it'll come. I think it'll be a multi-plat, unless all these guys who are playing it all of a sudden think that it's like the game of last year.
Gio Knows Gaming says that you gave this poor bastard a bill for Christmas, a Game Pass bill. You gave him an empty shell of a product and going, now this guy is a subscriber until the end of time now to play games.
All I'm saying is I wanted to brighten somebody's future holiday. I don't know. Look, I don't know if he's going to keep it forever, but it's his now. He can do whatever he wants with it. Nobody wanted to buy it.
Frog's like, get it out. Get it out of my house. Take it all.
400. Look, I said 400 the best offer. Dude, then I went down to 300. Nobody wanted to buy it. Nobody wanted to buy it.
Really? Oh, so you tried to put up a sale.
Nobody wanted to buy. Bro, everything I said I gave away, I was trying to sell for 300. Nobody wanted to buy it. People were looking for PS5s, the digitals, particularly. People were looking for that, and I was like, you know what?
GameStop probably gave you $5 for all that.
Oh, GameStop would have gave me $220 for it.
They would have said, and give me a John Tar edition too. I'll give you 99 cents for that.
It's $220 for your Xbox Series X. That controller, we don't take that and trade in, but we sell it.
John Tar was open.
We sell it for $200, but we don't take it as trade and we only sell it, but we don't take that back because it's an off-brand controller. Oh, you know what? We'll take it back for $5, and then you'll put it back on the shelf for $100. I'm just like, dude, come on now. I'm not playing the system. At this point, I don't plan on getting another Xbox anything. So why not give to somebody who's actually going to use it?
And know what's funny
even
if
he's only playing third-party games, at this point, I could care less. He's enjoying himself.
But what's interesting is that, and that's the thing, and like I say it on Friday too, that the message of the holiday was go buy an S. That was the message. Was go buy an S. The X wasn't even advertised.
Somebody said I pretty much gave him black tar heroin.
What?
I don't compare heroin and Xbox.
Oh my God! The grinders are freaking wild, heroin. Man. They're coming off of New Year's hangovers.
Nah, man.
But what I'm saying is, what the message is like the message really wasn't go buy an Xbox Series X this holiday. It was all the S, because remember the S was on sale, and I put the tweet up. It was like $239 even after New Year's.
It was $199 in some places.
It's crazy, and with a gift card too, and like it was $250, and then with a $50 gift card. Like the message was the S. The X didn't drop in $50. It wasn't $50 with an Xbox console. So it was a S. So like I think what they're doing is they're trying to maximize. Like when you look at the sales of Xbox, I think what they're trying to do is push everybody to the S so that they get all those suckers to upgrade to the X when they push that next holiday. And they basically, that's what I think they're trying to do. They're trying to do a 1-2 hook. Is like, hey, let's get them all on board on the S. Let's devolve that thing. Then what we'll do we'll do a Series X, and then we'll do a Series X Digital, and we'll offer those two. and then people could upgrade to that. And that's the way they approached it, because they didn't touch the
definitely
X.
think that's what they're doing.
It was a fire sale. It was. They were trying to get everybody on the S.
Yeah, and a lot of people are getting smart. They're getting hit because, and at this point, I'm gonna be honest with you, Jazz. What was the point of them even developing the system if they're gonna come out and it's weaker than your Xbox One X?
I don't know.
People will say it's more powerful than
did.
Xbox One X. No, it isn't. Since that thing has been out, the Xbox One X has been outperforming it in a lot of ways. So what was the point of them even? I understand why the S is why they did the S, but they didn't even say let's make it half as powerful as the Series X. They said let's make it less powerful than our last generation system. All the Xbox One Series S is the Xbox One. That's all it is. It's an Xbox One, and it's not even a great Xbox One. Like, I think that, I'm gonna be honest, I think that Microsoft's Series S is what they want to develop last generation. I think that's what they were shooting for last generation. Hey, we can run everything at 1080p, somewhat 60. When they put 1440p on that box, that's a slap in the face. Mostly everything on that game console runs 1080p, maybe 60 or subpar.
Well, we're gonna find out. I think 2023 is gonna be like I think we heard all the kind of the headaches in 2022. It started near the end, and I think we're gonna see in 2023 as these games just become this gen only. I think as these games become just gen only, we're gonna see more and more kind of the reveal of what the S is able to do to hang in there, and I think we're gonna start seeing it either not have features at launch, like, maybe not a high performance mode or 120 frames, and get it later. And I'm gonna see, you're gonna see. That's what I think you're gonna do. I think you're gonna see in 2023.
I think what we're gonna see.
I think you're gonna start seeing it kind of,
So you think we're gonna have more games at 1440p 30?
No.
No.
I think what's gonna happen. No, what I think is gonna happen with what's gonna happen this year is that we'll start seeing games that start using fully the PS5 and the Series X, and then you're going to find, or maybe the Series X is hurt by the Series S, but the S is going to start getting maybe like the 120 frames later, or like you'll see like that, like the stuff we saw at the end of last year, like the ray tracing not fully implemented, the reflections are not in there, and I think that's what's going to happen. Like, you're going to see this more and more.
What happens when Sony says, and here, like, since people and they talk about Xbox like they go by speculation, let's speculate a little bit about this year. What happens when that so-called PlayStation without a disc gets launched for $299? And
I don't think it's gonna be $299. I think it's gonna be $399.
Wait. Hear me, because we always take things right. So they say, hey, it's a PlayStation 5 digital only. You can hook up an external drive to it. It's just sold separately, but it's $299, and everybody's like, "Oh, great! It's $299." Well, what do they take from it? Oh, there's no Ethernet at all. It's completely Wi-Fi.
No,
you cannot hardwire it. Hold on, no Ethernet. You have to. It has to Wi-Fi. Look, companies have done strange things.
You're talking about the PlayStation taking out the Ethernet?
Why not?
No.
Why not take out everything?
No, you cannot make a Wi-Fi. You cannot be an online device depending only on digital and not have Ethernet and Wi-Fi. That's not expensive.
That's not true.
No, what they're gonna, it's not gonna be $299. It's gonna be $399.
I don't think you're thinking about the industry we're in. That's not true. How long had the Switch, the Wii, and the Wii U were all Wi-Fi consoles? You had to buy an external adapter separately. So what I'm saying is, I don't think that it's too far-fetched to say they can take out whatever they think is necessary from that PS5 and make it a $299 console. I don't think it's gonna happen. We're speculating here.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be $400 or $450, and then you buy the accessory for it.
I don't think
that's what I think.
I do think $400 is where they stick at, and I think that becomes their main console.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do.
I think $399 is going to be the price point going forward. And I think that right there, I think that's when you say $399 going forward, you set a standard industry, because
that's what I think they're doing.
Can Microsoft afford to drop the Series X down $100? Yes, they can. But when you are saying
no, they're taking a loss on it. They said that they're doing a $200, $300 loss on it.
But what I'm saying, Jazz, is when you're putting a $399 PS5 next to a Series S, what's really more appealing? That $250 box or that $399? You know what I'm saying? Like, people may look and say the $399 is not that bad. Like, I'll just go ahead, because I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm speculating here, like these Xbox fans like to speculate. I'm speculating that we get a $299 PS5 bare
No,
bones
they're not
digital
going that
only.
low. They
I
don't
don't think so
listen.
either.
They don't need to compete with
you
the
know.
S because you
I don't
saw
think
what
so.
happened
They
this
don't.
past
What's up,
holiday,
guys?
dude. You saw what happened this past
Link.
holiday.
Happy New Year's, man.
Happy New
Yo,
Year's.
what's up, Link? How you doing? But you saw what happened with this last holiday, where the PlayStation 5 at $500 did not have to compete with the S. The S came in last. The Xbox came in last. So like, it doesn't matter. They don't have to get to $300 to compete. I
They
think
don't
when
have
they
to. You're
when they
right.
come out with a digital console, they'll be targeting the $400 to $450 price
Yes.
range with the accessory of the external drive. But what's going to happen is just like what you're saying is that their new price point, because that is going to be replacing the consoles that are out now.
Yeah, the
their new-
$499 will go out the window. No
yeah,
longer
the new
produced
price
it.
point's going to
It'll
be
be $399,
funneled
right.
into the $400 to $450 price point, which will be sitting right between the Series X and the Series S and the Switch.
And that's
so like,
hard to
and-
say no to a $399.
no, man, and also, and
device.
then go get
That's
an
very hard to say no.
and then go get a disc drive if you want to add that feature to it. And basically, it's the modular console that Phil Spencer was talking about back before when he was hyping up the One X. Remember, he was talking about this modularity,
Yep.
and we thought that was going to be an add-on for the console, where it was like a graphic adapter or something like that. I remember predicting
Right.
that's what he was talking
No, I
about.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna make like the next console be adaptable, where you could buy a graphics amplifier or something like that, where you could attach it to the console and increase the power of it without having to rebuy a whole console. And what's crazy is that Sony is actually taking that modularity with the accessories, because apparently the way this thing works, it docks in there, so it keeps the form factor, but it also works. So like if they have that with the hard drive, they have that with the modularity. They basically sell you a digital PS5 for $400, $450, and then you go accessorize. You want to add more memory, you want to add a disc drive. There you go. So it's the modularity to the console. And I think Xbox will probably be doing something similar to, I think they have a vision of doing another console, because the Series word is going to mean, and I think a Series X digital or a Series M or a Series D, who the hell knows what the hell it's going to be. But I feel like what they're doing is that they're not selling the X and the S as a package. They're not going out there as a wave of like, we have the low one, we have a high one, you choose, Xbox. Instead, what they're doing is they're funneling people towards the low end. They're not funneling people towards the high end. Who does that? Who releases a flagship like Samsung or iPhone, and iPhone's not telling people why the iPhone Pro, 14 Pro, is better? iPhone releases the 14 Pro, the Plus, and the basic 14. Do you ever see iPhone going, everybody, the 14 is on sale. Don't worry about the Pro. Yeah, that's $2,000, but the other one's on sale. Yeah, we're going to put a deep discount on the 14. No, they go on there and show you why you want the 14 Pro. They use their flagship as like, this is what our vision is. And then if you can't afford our vision, or if you think that's too much, we have options for you. Microsoft's not selling from the top down. It's selling from the bottom up, that's what we don't want. We don't want to sell at the bottom. We want to be at the top. We want games to be demonstrating what the best of the best is. And if you can't do that, then there's options for you below. But Microsoft is making people go to the bottom. They're like, oh, budget gaming, phones. You don't even need to buy the console. Like, you know what? You do you, and you dig your own grave, dude. You dig your own grave. Like, you don't bring us down with that shit.
They say that they say that Microsoft is not trying to do things the way Sony does it. They're doing it differently. That's
I know
what they
what's
say.
funny, Link? We got into this conversation I was going through the topics, but we got into this conversation because of that exclusive talk from.
How long you been live? I don't know how long.
Just like 15, just 20 minutes, 20 so minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went on live earlier today, but yeah, we were talking about this exclusivity, talking about how Sony is talking about exclusives, and they're worried about Microsoft doing the same thing with Activision. And what's funny is that the exclusivity that what they're talking about is totally it's saying like Sony doesn't have a right to talk because Microsoft is going to do this with Activision. But also the thing is that's a multi-plat game, and that game they already demonstrated that they're willing to take off multi-plat franchises and not have the next ones come out on the competing consoles. So that's where Sony is challenging that, but they're saying that Sony blocks games on that. But what's interesting is that you just said it. that Microsoft is not in the game anymore of trying to sell or push a console. And what's funny is that when you hear the Xbox fans talking, or you hear these podcasts or these influencers or whatever like that, the 3Cs going out there and talking about exclusivity. Well, Sony's doing this. Microsoft is not. And the thing is like you just said it, and they said it. Microsoft's not doing the same thing as Sony. Microsoft doesn't care where you play. Sony does. So when Sony has exclusive deals that don't want to be put on the competition, Sony is doing it because they care about their console sales. They want their console to sell. Microsoft does not. So when you go, Microsoft is just going to put the game everywhere. Microsoft is doing a different strategy. You said it years. Microsoft doesn't care where their games sell. They don't care where you play. So Microsoft wouldn't be doing exclusive strategies. But then what's crazy is that they do exclusives. And then on top of that, like, why Starfield exclusive? And I have the video where the guy's like, well, we didn't consider exclusivity until Microsoft bought us. Well, now you're going to buy the biggest third-party IP besides GTA, and everybody should be like, no, Microsoft, you're good. They just basically did this with a whole publisher with Bethesda and ZeniMax. How can you not question they might do this with Activision or just say, go ahead, do it? That makes no sense.
Right. You can only judge a company by the way their track record.
How they've done.
Yeah. And so they said something that was kind of vague, but meant most people read it to believe that, okay, we're not going to take these franchises off the competing platform where they're thriving, but they did it anyway.
They did it anyway. Twisted Sync with a 7 months member. Thank you so much. Happy New Year's, Jez. Glad you're doing better. Thank you, Twisted Sync. Thank you for being a VIP member. And then we also have a super chat here from, where it is it? Mick Chillin with the $4.99. He goes, in my opinion, why the Activision deal matters is Microsoft will cite climate responsibility to push for an all-digital booster, which will necessitates owning all IP. Yeah, like you're right. That's their vision. I think their vision is to have this ultimate service, and they have ownership of this IP. And my prediction is that Microsoft doesn't plan to do anything with this IP. I think that they want developers, if they want to make a game, still have to go through Microsoft. That's the thing. Microsoft will be like, well, you know what? You can make Battletoads. Go ahead. Go make it. Dahlia Studios. Go put it. You want a passion project with IP? Go ahead, do it. And you're right. It's the owning of IP. And this is the thing why it's huge. It's huge because they will own this IP. And talk about gatekeeping. They will have all these IP under their belt, and people will have to go through them. So if you ever want to open up a new service, a online service, or you open up a cloud-based service, guess who has the IP when you start looking around to stay relevant? Look what Amazon did. Amazon went, and guess what? You think Amazon's going to start with they started with new IP, it didn't work. Guess what they're doing? Let's go fund Tomb Raider. Why? Tomb Raider is notable. Tomb Raider could get them in the door, right? You get in the door with Tomb Raider, like, oh, wow, this is the most incredible Tomb Raider. Well, guess who makes it? Amazon. What? Amazon? But yeah, and now Amazon has a name associated with the brand. Now Amazon could start making games. That's the plan. Is like, let's start with a game that's notable, and that's what they'll do. But guess what? If Microsoft owned Tomb Raider and Amazon said, I want to make a game, well, guess what? They're not making Tomb Raider. And that's the fear that I think the concerns that come up is that Microsoft will hoard this IP. If anybody wants to come in, an Apple or something like that, they will have to create from their own IP. They can't pull from legacy or anything like that, because by that time, Microsoft owns a majority of it. So that hoarding of IP, I don't like, especially knowing what Microsoft has done with IP in the past with Banjo, Conker, even Perfect Dark. Who even knows what this Perfect Dark's going to be? But even with that franchise, they did nothing with all that rare IP at all. And I don't trust them with their IP. With new IP anyway, they didn't appreciate their own IP. And look what they did with Halo, an IP that they bought 20 years. They let it go out to die.
Oh, what's up, Sick?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Happy New Year. Now it's New Year's. Now I can tell you Happy New Year.
What up, Sick? I knew Sick was going to come up in here.
Oh, let me get game nights. Yo, game night 1, 2, 3 with the 5. He goes, Xbox does timed exclusivity deals as well. Tunic, Medium, Falconia, etc. Don't say those words. Frog's gonna go get lit now. He's pissed off. He gets mad about those things. But because it's not big franchises, they're crying. Exactly, Game Night. Microsoft has the money. They got the green light to go get the big ones and say, we want this on the console. But like Link said, and they said, they're not playing the same game as Sony. So they're not doing it. But the Xbox group complains, thinking that Sony's bad for doing it and Microsoft is good for not doing it. No, Microsoft is not doing it because they don't care about bringing games to you. See, it's a whole convoluted conversation. Microsoft doesn't care about bringing games to them.
You know what's funny is all these people talking about PlayStation and Sony blocking these deals and all that. I'm like, Microsoft put their own. They put their gun in the mouth and they pull the trigger. They had the chance to have Marvel superhero games. They had a chance to have a lot of these IPs and they passed on them. So we gotta stop. We gotta stop with this. Hey, PlayStation and Sony, they're stopping Microsoft from doing. No, they're not. Microsoft is stopping Microsoft's Xbox from being what it can be. Like, we got to start with this. Oh man, it would have been better if Sony didn't. Sony's not doing it. PlayStation's not doing it. Nothing is being done that's so drastically different than it's not been done in the past. And I just don't understand when you get to, like I said, the Dustin Lugarys and the Jess Cordens write these dumb articles about stuff, and it's like they don't fact check anything, and it just seems stupid. It seems stupid.
The bootleg Jez is telling Lena Khan to quit.
More than anything that bothers me, they're like, we're not fanboys. We're gamers. We own all the games we play. No, but you're doing fanboy crap. You know what you're doing to get clickbaits. I can't stand these guys for that reason. Be who you are. If you're going to be an Xbox-centric guy and you want a fanboy, do that. But don't lie and say you're not doing it and you really are, Dustin, because you're doing exactly what you're saying you don't like other people doing. And I just, like, he's a hypocrite. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, here they are. Well, just to close this conversation on this one, it's basically, I have, where is it? I have, this is exactly what you're talking about is, his whole content stuff has been everything FTC. And then, Jez Corden is telling Lena Khan that she should resign. He doesn't even live in this country. And he's telling somebody on our US to resign.
Look, Jez Corden, he works for Windows Central. I get him.
But he only play games, dude. He don't play games. He plays World of Warcraft. He does Windows.
He doesn't.
It doesn't.
We know the guys.
I said it before. Windows Central. They're a bunch of Windows Phone reject. The website was Windows Phone before. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
Daniel Rubino, all those guys, they were Windows Phone. They were Windows Phone, and they switched it when Microsoft canceled the phone. They go, guys, what do we do with our website? Well, I guess we'll be Windows Central, and they shifted, and now they focus on Windows. They never covered Xbox games. They never had a gaming division. They were Windows Phone Central. That's what they were. They were part of Android Central and iPod. I know because I had a Windows Phone, and I went to them to get updates on where the hell my apps were. Windows Phone Central. What?
You know what you missed?
What I missed?
You know what you missed?
What I missed?
The fact that now your Xbox brethren, since they see the FTC ain't fucking around, they're like, "Oh, all we need is the CMA. We just need the CMA."
Oh my dude, it's like a goddamn draft. They're like watching this thing like a freaking like the playoff picture. They're like, guys, we got Chile, we got Argentina now. What do we need? We need them to lose and the other one to win, and then we'll have the bye week. Like they're watching like the goddamn NFL playoff picture. They're like, we just need a CMA. We just need a vote.
But that's the problem. It's not just one entity. If the CMA and the European Union say fuck the hell off, it doesn't matter what the FTC says. If the FTC says fuck off, it doesn't really matter what the CMA or the European Union says. It's just gonna be a fucked up deal. So it's like I'm just like, bro, at this point,
dude, they're jumping through hoops. They don't know which end is up, dude.
I can't wait for it to fail. Listen,
I know.
When it fails, I am gonna have a goddamn field day. You just don't know. They are gonna see the old sick in action, bruh. They ain't gonna see Mr. No Cap. They gonna see sick in action. 'Cause I am coming for all of them bitches.
Oh yeah, man. You should, as you should, because this thing has been this thing is actually ridiculous because they don't know. They're reading documents, they're pulling out quotes, but I love it for all the insight that we're seeing how bad Microsoft really is doing. Because I think we need to see, because I think it's all been sugarcoated, it's all been covered by Phil, and I think this whole false narrative that Xbox is doing great and they're fine, I think under the underbelly is they're not, because they've pivoted so many times. And I want that to be exposed, because I want everybody to see that this is not working. This Phil Spencer plan, this kumbaya stuff is not working. They need to go back to old school Xbox, or they're done. And if they've built their bridge and they're going in with Satya thinking that this cloud stuff is going to go, it's not working. Game Pass is not growing. Cloud is dead. Amazon's face down, ass up. Google Stadia is signing off in 19 days. They're out. They said, reminder, everything you got, we funded you. You're done. Cloud is done. It's all over. Nobody's choosing Xbox. Nobody's choosing Azure. They're all choosing Google or Amazon Web Services, and that's why they're buying publishers, to force them to use their cloud, because nobody wants to use it.
One question. Can I ask you one question?
I don't understand. Oh, go ahead.
I just one question, and I promise you I'm gonna shut the hell up, because I'm actually doing some shit in the background, so I'm gonna be kind of quiet. What happened to all of the Xbox fans that said that Call of Duty was trash and Activision don't make good games, and Halo is better than Call of Duty, is the best shooter? Just check the
Yeah, right.
What happened? That's all I want.
No, they don't even play Call of Duty, dude. Frog was flipping out about that earlier today. He was like, they don't even play Call of Duty. They're hyping up games that no, exactly. Right? The year before it was like Battlefield sucks, Call of Duty sucks this year. This is the year for Halo. Remember? Call of Duty sucked. Vanguard, the Call of Duty was garbage. Call of Duty was a bad. Now all of a sudden they can't wait to get Call of Duty in Game Pass. But that's the problem. They love these games so much they don't want to buy them. Make that make sense. You love these games so much. Oh, I love these franchises. I can't wait to not buy them. So they come to my service. That's the W. I don't understand it. If you like something so much, you're not willing to buy it. Like, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Tell me, in the last 4 years that Game Pass releases, day one releases, were there any games in there that you would go to a midnight launch for that have launched in Game Pass? Can you think of any game?
Being a hater, High on Life was the greatest game ever.
You would go to midnight launch for High on Life?
Hell yeah.
You would, okay. Yeah. You pre-order that $60?
I'm there. I'm
yeah.
The Ascent. I am there. Well, I'm being real. I do like the Ascent, but the rest of those games, Pentiment.
You would go to a midnight launch for Pentiment. Pre-order it.
He got me mad, man. Stop.
Chat, tell me, Grinders in the Grindhouse. Tell me, I want to know. I'm asking everybody this question. The New Year's question number one. In all the games that have launched in Game Pass, which ones would you have gone to a midnight launch and pre-order? The lines that you saw for God of War. The lines of God of War people waiting for pre-orders. What game in Game Pass from Microsoft or anything that's been launched in Game Pass would you have done that for? And think about it. Go 4 years. Let's go. Sea of Thieves, State of Decay.
Okay,
Forza Horizon? Would you wait on a midnight launch for Forza Horizon 5?
Outside of what I thought Halo Infinite was going to be, nothing.
Halo Infinite, right? Halo might have been the only one, but even that was piecemeal.
And that was outside, like I said, outside of that, what I thought it was going to be, nothing.
Nothing. Like what? What game would you? What game?
Nothing.
And Halo Infinite, knowing, first off, Halo Infinite was free to play. You didn't even need to, like, the multiplayer was free to play, so you don't even need to wait for a midnight launch for that. Because it was free. You didn't have to go to GameStop and pay money. What I'm trying to... Scorn. Somebody says Scorn. Like, Scorn. Well, I think maybe the only game is MLB The Show, a Sony game that you might go to a midnight launch for.
Yep.
Like, what else is there? Outriders? Outriders. No, I'm trying to think of big games. Tunic?
There's nothing. Tunic, no.
Pentiment?
Not an indie title.
Pre-order and go to a midnight launch.
No. Oh. No.
Like what? Redfall? Is that a game that you would go to a midnight launch? Seeing what you've seen, like a midnight launch, I'm going to pre-order it?
I'm going to go to a midnight launch for Forza.
Would you? Okay. Forza Horizon 5, the 5th iteration.
So I can play it for 10 minutes.
So you play it. So Forza, and again, This is not a testament as to quality or a Metacritic or anything. I'm just talking about gamer demand, gamer interest. You saw the lines for God of War. You saw what people did for, well, Gran Turismo, I guess. Like, but what has Crackdown 3? Go back. I'm saying years. What, like, I would even say Last of Us 2. You would go to a midnight launch and pre-order that. Horizon Forbidden West. Even Death Stranding, a midnight launch. Go there for pre-order. Yep. The point I'm trying to make is that there has been nothing launching in Game Pass that was worth a goddamn pre-order. Nope. So therefore, it belongs in Game Pass because people are suspect that the game is not worth their commitment to buying it. And that's been the narrative of Game Pass. Oh, it's in Game Pass. I'll check it out. Oh, it's free. I'll see if it's in Game Pass. It's always been this wishy-washy, half-ass kind of like, I'll check it out. And that's all that it's been. Final Fantasy VII, yes. You could list them outside of all your fingers for Sony releases that you would go to a midnight launch for. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, hell yeah. Dude, there was a line around the friggin' corner to play that at PAX East. The demand was ridiculous. People were running to go play that game. You could put the exclusives, you could be counting them infinitely on what PlayStation has released over the last 4 or 5 years. But what about Game Pass? It's always been this cautious, like, I'll check it out. I'll do this. I guess. Maybe. And then even looking at Starfield. You're going to go run out and pre-order? Do you think pre-orders opened up after that showcase? People will be pre-ordering it? Because of what they saw? No. They actually stopped talking about the game after they showed it. So now, that's what Game Pass has been living off of. It's been living off of this uncertainty of if the game is even worth a damn.
What happened to Outriders? Wasn't that a game at one point in time?
Yeah. And the demo, people played the demo, and then they pre-ordered it. So Outriders, I guess, would be one that you wait out for. Midnight launch demand.
I wouldn't, but maybe.
I didn't think it looked that great. It looked like a bootleg Gears of War.
I mean,
I bought it and I thought it was.
I bought it. I bought it day one.
I bought it. I did like it. So
I bought it, beat it, and I was like, this game was. It had a lot of problems at launch that it shouldn't have had. But
Frog, guess what? That ran on Azure Cloud.
Remember
all the online issues of that game? That was running on Azure.
You know,
how's that?
God dang it!
Yep.
I listen to some of these things.
Do you remember? Do you remember Outriders was running on the Azure Cloud? I remember booted up.
I remember.
Yep.
I just listen to some of these things these people say, and I'm like, do they really believe in the things they talk about? I don't think they do. I think it's just talking points just to have something to talk to grow their channel. Because I don't really believe that guys like Dustin really believes what he's saying has value. I don't really think he does. I think he knows. I don't care
what value. You know what. Let them. They have to jump around. There it is.
Yeah, I think he knows he has no value. He's like, hey, I gotta find something that's newsworthy.
Wait, see, that's not. It doesn't have.
Oh, man.
So Outriders didn't have dedicated Azure service for players, but it was running on PlayFab Azure, Microsoft Azure. It was doing that.
Yeah, it ran horrible. Whatever servers it was running on, it ran horribly.
Oh, it was that running off
of the game. Like the servers didn't work. They won the servers.
It didn't have dedicated servers, but it was running Azure PlayFab. I remember Microsoft bought PlayFab.
Azure is trash.
No, that's why nobody's picking it, and that's why they got to buy people to choose them. That's the whole point of this stuff, dude.
Can't beat them, buy them. That's their philosophy. Can't beat them, buy them.
Exactly. You can't beat them, buy them. Nobody's choosing us to use us. Trust me. If Call of Duty did the deal instead of 2020 with Google and Activision and King said, "Hey, we want Azure instead of Amazon Web Services to power our backend," I don't think they'll be buying them. But because they chose Google, and now Google was their new web server, Microsoft's like, you know what? They're in the dumps. Let's go buy them. Opportunistic.
Oh, my God. Stop talking in my room.
So, Azure, again, Azure is not... Hey, for the business end, I'm talking about the gaming end. And in order to get Azure into gaming, they need to have, and they did the same thing with Windows Phone. The Spotify app, no native Twitter app, nobody made native apps for the Windows Phone. So what Microsoft had to do was pay the developers. They paid them to make an app for their phone. They had to pay them. They wouldn't do it. Microsoft has a problem with developers. Look at Kinect. They couldn't get developers to use the trash. It died. And the problem is that it starts square one. And
People
look at
forgot
even
about
Game
that.
Pass. Look at Game Pass. Game Pass has been around for 5 to 7 years, 5 to 6 years. Where is the third-party support for the service? If it makes people buy games, if it sells more games, it gives exposure to everyone, where is the interest from third party? And you see more people in third party saying, I'm not going to Game Pass. I'm not. They go, not. I'm not.
Jez, Microsoft is doing a great job. Listen, they've been doing the best I have ever seen them do, man.
Oh my God! Don't get me all triggered up. It's too early in the year.
Listen, I get that y'all want them to be more like Team Blue, but they're Team Green. They're doing what their fans.
We gotta stop this.
Their fans don't want this stuff. Their fans want exclusive. Their fans want what they used to have, dude.
No, they don't. They don't. Their fans want nothing, and they will love it. They will love it. They will justify it at every turn.
Oh man,
this is about community. Okay, this is about community. That's what this is about.
Oh my God.
Oh no, he just said it's about rooftop parties.
In order to keep the community together, they have to keep them hungry. You know what I mean? If you feed them too good, then they're liable to go somewhere else. But if you feed them just enough,
they're not feeding them at all.
You can keep them waiting for more.
Shoot, you don't feed them just enough, they start to riot. I guess they don't feel like riding.
Did you not see Pentiment win Game of the Year?
Pentiment?
Are you acting like you didn't see that? How else would that game have come to be?
Pentiment was I know Pentiment was so popular, but not a lot of people played it. Dustin Leary quote.
Pentiment was the greatest.
Oh yeah, that was a Dustin Leary.
Yeah, I have a statement.
I didn't want to play it. I didn't want to play it because I didn't want to ruin the experience.
Well, I got an answer for you. I got an answer for you here. I got an answer for you right here. I actually knew exactly you were going to come on and hype up Pentiment. So I got my good friend.
Quite popular.
I got my good friend right here who's going to help you answer the question of what happened to Pentiment. Here it is, Grinders. Hit that like button. Here he is.
The thing about that is Pentiment was actually quite popular. Granted, not a lot of people probably played it, but I think it's pretty cool when a studio can...
There you go, Sig. I used to answer the question for you. Pentiment was very popular, just that not a lot of people played it.
Wow.
I don't know. Does somebody need to look up the Webster's Dictionary of what the hell popular is? I don't know how that happened.
Isn't that an oxymoron? He's not even making sense. Isn't that what they call it? Oxymoron?
Yeah, it was a backflip cartwheel clown extraordinaire. That's what that was.
Hurry.
That's
Get your popcorn and peanut butter.
Come on. We have the man, the myth, the legend.
What is his name? Destin?
Here he comes. He is the master of soliloquies. He's the oxymoron of our show. He is going to tell us. He says things in tongues that you don't even know what you're going to say next, but it's popular, but not a lot of people played it. Oh my God, have that tongue tied. Come get your cotton candy and your popcorn. Give the little ones here. He'll talk them into circles. He'll tell them why the S and a Game Pass subscription is the best thing in the world. Come on, come one all, come where?
Listen, Jez, you just can't handle the truth. He told you it was so popular that people were just scared to play it. That's all he was saying.
No, he did tell you the truth. Exactly. He did. The truth.
It's just so popular that people just didn't want to play it because they didn't want to ruin, the greatness of the popularity.
No.
So if you don't want to ruin the greatness of the popularity, you have to stay away from actually playing it. So here's what you really should do. You should turn the game on, leave it on the dashboard. You know what I mean?
Oh, get some hours in? You mean put some hours in?
Get some hours in.
All
Get some
right.
hours in.
Yeah, killing me. Yeah, killing me.
Play for like 15 minutes. Like the actual playtime.
Sickening's background music.
All right.
Yeah. So, it's that's just what it is. But Pentiment was the greatest game of last year. It was
Oh my God.
the greatest game of last year. Like, I don't know any other game that could have surpassed like the creativity in that game. That game was so creative that it wasn't like actually playing a game, but like reading a book. So see, they were trying to help the kids because kids don't read a lot now. So Pentiment was actually supposed to, help them out by giving them something entertaining to read for a while,
Oh my
Pentiment
goodness.
was great. Pentiment was great, man.
That was sus.
And guess what? No, but Sick, you forgot the punchline. And I'm very disappointed. If you're going to hype up Pentiment, you got to hype it up that it's in goddamn Game Pass! The punchline, There it is, Sick. Now you got the momentum going. Now you hype it up that it's all in Game Pass. That's the punchline.
Plus, they're trying to help the poor kids.
Yes, yes. And Satya is hyping it up.
And so everything that we're doing with our content, with our
Shut up, Satya. Get back in there. Go compete.
What's from here?
Get out of there. Well, we derailed the whole grinds board. That's how we're starting this year.
Oh, man.
Sick is going to go play some more Pentiment and tell us how it ends. The book closes. How's this going to happen?
I don't want to ruin it for myself.
Goddamn never-ending story.
If I finish it, then the popularity disappears. So in order to keep it popular,
That
Yeah,
is
save
true.
that 1%.
not finish it. I have to not finish it. Yes.
Oh, my God.
This is
Never-ending
just according to
story.
Destin. I'm just using his logic. All right.
No, what he basically admitted was that
He
he
said it was so
admitted that
popular that
all the
nobody played
Pentiment talk that made it quote unquote popular was all fake because nobody played it. He basically admitted that nobody played the game. He's like, it was popular, but unfortunately nobody played it. Well, then how is it popular? It's popular because people capped because it was in goddamn Game Pass. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. That's why. It was all fake cap for a game that was made by Jim Ryan's love. I don't know what the hell the guy's name is. It was a Todd somebody.
Jim Ryan's love child?
Dude, no, it was some guy. It was like the Tim Howard's goddamn passion project. I don't know what the hell they called it before.
Jim Ryan's love child.
Goddamn never-ending story. And it was all false hype. It was hyped because it was in Game Pass and it was a first-party game. It was the only first-party game. That's why it was popular. It trended because it was just all cap because nobody played it. There it is. Because what would I have said? What would we all have said in normal fashion? Listen, I played Pentiment. I really liked it. Unfortunately, not a lot of people did. But I'm really excited about another game that may come out that's like Pentiment because I played it and I really enjoyed it. That's what a normal person would say. A Kappa, a 3C in the chat, please, would come out and say, well, it was popular, but not a lot of people played it. So what about you? Did you play it? And if you are excited, then why don't you say that you are excited? I played the game and I liked it. So I'm excited for a game like Pentiment. That's what a normal gamer would say. But a Kappa would say that.
What are the 3Cs? What are the 3Cs?
Oh, man. We're trying to be nice this year.
We're trying to be nice, starting off the year with things.
So 3Cs stand for capping, clowning, and
basically, C, yeah. Or we could call them the Kappas, the clowners, and the check marks.
And the chicken suckers. That's what we'll say. The chicken suckers.
Trying to be friendly in the new year. For the kids.
Hold on. Okay. Holy Spirit, activate. Oh no. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate, activate, activate.
My God. Oof, I don't even know what topic I'm on the goddamn grinds board. So anyway, we were talking about Horizon won best graphics. We weren't talking about that, but that's pretty much standard. That was the grindhouse.
But it should have. I don't see why
it should have. Of course,
it's beautiful. Yeah.
Xbox is doing horrible in Japan, so that we're done with that topic. We kind of knew that one.
Wait. Hold on.
Wow.
Wait, that was a topic?
What?
Xbox. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Wait. Hold on, I'm reading it. Horizon wins. What is that? DF? Digital Foundry best graphics? Is that what that?
No, yes, we finished that one. That was pretty easy. But no, we're talking about
Digital Foundry said, yeah.
No, and then it says Xbox doing better in Japan. Better than what?
Because here I have a quote here from I have a quote here from talking to IGN, IGN Japan, Xbox head of Asia region, Jeremy Hinton, said that Japan is our fastest growing market worldwide. So
wait, see, hold on. You
what?
But this is the news.
Thing that I hate about them. This is the thing I hate about them. They have this way with words where they twist it so conveniently. That's
Xbox
our fastest growing market.
Well, what's the joke? I'm huge in Japan.
That's because none of your other markets are moving the needle.
Well,
You're going backwards. So
here
it
is.
It's your fastest market if you did better than you did last time in Japan.
Yeah, they're doing great in Japan.
How much is better than last time?
Apparently 1,800 units compared to 27,900 PlayStation units.
Oh, this is just funny, man.
It's 1,800. It's a couple of people that tripped into a store and they won them in the Pokemon games, whatever the hell they are. The Pikachu.
I'm happy we can start the new year with a laugh, man.
Dude, there it is. They're huge in Japan. Hey, Phil gives a thing. This is what happens. Jeremy Hilton, you know, I'm like, Jeremy, you know what? Just say what Sati has been saying. You suck. We need help. Let us compete. Don't say, oh, it's our fastest growing market. Fast comparing to what? 0 to 1?
First week? Is that the first week of December or something?
Oh, yeah. First week of December. They're huge in Japan.
Or is that the last week of November?
No, that's December 3rd. That's the last week in November in Japan.
Okay.
Oh, they're spinning and spinning. But wait, then we got some more here. We got where's the new one? Oh, here's the one that came out December 10th. Wow, they went down 1,531 in Japan. I don't know who the 57 people in North America are buying an Xbox One and the 28 people buying it in Europe. But dude, give it up.
Dude, the PS4 is outselling the series in Japan. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Dog, do y'all
I think the Xbox One
NA, dog. That's just
dude, those were Pollyanna gifts in the 57 Xbox Ones in the US. I think those are Pollyanna gifts.
Yo, get the hell
those were office presents.
Bro.
They threw those things in the office.
PlayStation 4 is outselling the series of consoles. That
series of consoles, all of them. The PS4 is outselling.
Niggas like, yo, I'd rather have a PS4 than whatever that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the games that Sony's been playing. Wait, whoa! You think that's crazy? I got something. Here's a stat for you. How long to beat? 2022 year in review. We're all over the grinds board tonight. We got Sick Human here. We got Link. We got Frog. We're just talking the shit. The grinds board's all over the place. So if you're keeping track, you can check it off yourself. But here we go. How long to beat? 2022 in review. Get ready, Sick. You better hold on. Everybody better hold on to their chairs. I want everybody to hold on to their chairs real tight because we're going to do some wildness right here. Most played platforms in 2022. Number 1 is PC. Number 2 is PlayStation 4. Number 3 is Nintendo Switch. Number 4 is PlayStation 5. We're going to have some reverb here. Number 5 is the Xbox One. Number 6 is the PlayStation 3. And coming in at number 7 is the Xbox Series X and S.
Wait, the PlayStation 3?
Just above the Xbox 360. 7. As Satya would say. 7.
When no one wants an Xbox comes on, man, that song is so true.
Satya said we're number 7.
Yo,
No
Let
one
us
wait, hold
compete.
on,
on
hold
to
on,
the
hold
next
on.
box.
Where did they get this from? Though?
This
Like,
is
where
their
did they get
website
these
of how
numbers
long to beat. So they review all the games and how many people are
Jeez.
completing the games.
from?
And what their data has
Oh,
shown from this aggregate website is that the series consoles are number 7. 7 below the PlayStation 3.
Wow.
And you could see
Wow,
why
wow.
the PS4 is up there because the install base is huge. The Nintendo Switch, huge. The PC install
Yeah.
base, huge. And then the
Well,
PS5.
hold on. I could understand all of these consoles, but where in the fuck do they get the PS2 numbers from?
No, this is the
No,
most played
All of
PS3.
those
platforms
other
on their website.
consoles are online. All of those other consoles are online, so you can get the score from that. But where are they getting the information from for PS2?
Oh, I got some more information from this website. How long to be posted? Here we go. The most played platforms in 2022, combined generations. It's number 1 PC, number 2 PlayStation, number 3 Nintendo, number 4 Xbox, and number 5 Sega. I don't know how the hell
What?
Sega's on there.
Wait,
I
what?
don't know. I guess I'm talking about one Dreamcast out there or Genesis.
Again, where are they getting? Nah, they pulling these numbers out of the ass, dog.
Yeah,
Well,
Don't get me wrong, bro. I look at this and I say,
let's
okay,
see. How
I
long
can
to beat?
understand,
They got
but nah.
127,000 followers. They're a website of how long to beat games. Let's see. What else we got here? They
Are
had
they
some other
doing
ones.
like a sample survey or something?
No, this
And
is their
just going
website
based off of
data.
a
They
sample
pull
survey?
their annual website data. They did it. They pull their
Right,
annual
but
website
where
data.
are they getting the Sega information from? Where are they getting the
It's from their
PS2
website.
information
They're
from?
probably asking what platforms you play and what they're doing on there. Now,
Okay,
yo, what's
so
up,
they doing a
Supermod
sample
Cheats?
survey.
Well, here we go. I got another stat for you, Sig. This is really going to make you go cross-eyed. Most retired games by rate. Let's see how many are in Game Pass. This means, what is, and then I was like, wait, well, we need definitions. If Dustin's making up what popular means, we need to know what retired means. And retired, according to them, means quit, give up, put on hold, stop playing for various reasons. So let's see what wonderful games are on this list. We have 2 Point Campus, Game Pass. Weird West, never heard of it. V Rising, Midnight Fight Express.
Yo, that shit did fall off the map, bro. That was the thing
That's
they thought
what
was gonna go
retired
up
means.
against Sifu.
Yes.
They thought it was gonna go up against Sifu, and then
No. Metal Hellsinger. That was that one with the music. Wasn't that the music shooter that was on
yeah.
Game Pass?
Wasn't that supposed to be like Doom or have
Yes.
like that
Yep.
Doom esque?
8.2% most retired game. And coming in, everybody's favorite, Scorn, most dropped games, stop playing. Scorn is in there. Nobody Saves the World. Another Game Pass hit, Sniper Elite 5. Remember when that was in
That
Game
was in
Pass?
Game
People,
Pass?
oh yeah, people got their asses all puckered up
Yo,
for that one.
Game Pass is fucking these games up, bro. Like,
Yep. Sniper Elite
that's
5,
crazy.
another Game Pass launch game. Mario Strikers.
You know why this is crazy? I'm finna tell you why this is crazy. Look at this list, right?
Mhm.
Wouldn't you think, what was that game that came, Babylon Falls? Shouldn't that be on this list?
Yeah, if the people stop
'Cause
playing it, that's what it said.
people claim to hate that game so much, but it didn't make this list.
Maybe they stopped playing it. See, the problem is most retired games, so people stop playing it. This is not people that didn't play. So I think Babylon Falls never had a start. Maybe these games had a start and fell off quick. That's what this is. This is the fall off list. This is the most games that fell off. And majority of them are of Game Pass games.
Final Fantasy, whatever that game was. Strangers
Saints
of
Row
Paradise?
came in at number 10. But a lot of games. I remember 2 Point Campus. That was the most retired game. That one was on Game Pass. 2 Point Campus.
Wait, you said Saints Row on this list?
Saints Row was number 10, yeah.
I like
you
that
know
new
what? I can
Saints
kind
Row,
of.
man.
It dropped off. Baby.
Yeah, I have it. I have it, but so basically, what you're basically saying, these are games that people got and then they dropped. That it's
Yes.
like, I gave
Yep.
up. I can kind of believe this list to a certain extent because, like, I'm listening to the games you're saying, I'm like, it kind of makes sense.
But Scorn is like a 4-hour
games you're
game.
naming, it kind of makes sense.
Scorn's a
Like,
4-hour
the
game. They dropped
majority
it.
of these games.
But that game is so boring.
The vast majority of these games was in Game Pass too.
Yeah.
And that's
That's
man,
your
that
drop
doesn't
off.
speak good.
That means it's a high rate of people that click it,
They never finish
and they
games.
never play it.
Yep, they play about 30 minutes and then they just drop it.
Yep,
That's
and that gets the rate.
I agree.
That's what
I
I don't
agree.
want.
What about the one and
PlayStation
done
to turn
Sony
into.
games? I don't see them on there. One and done.
No, listen, that's the reason why I don't want Sony going down this route, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what this becomes. It becomes a whole bunch of people like Jabari say, just foot dipping,
Yes.
turn it on and then turning it right back off.
Exactly.
Yep.
And guess what? The developers know that you're foot dipping. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna give you something to dip in. Shit. That's exactly what they're gonna give you. The devs are like, oh, they're not giving us the time of day to click on it. Just and then you see, just like how the internet turned into a bunch of hot clicks, hot takes, because they know that's what has traction. If your gaming turns into that, what are you gonna do? Put a nice, pretty image, click on, give you maybe the first minute of something, and then the game just craps to bed. They'll develop the games for the hot clicks. That's what they'll do. Just give me a click. Just give me a click, because I get paid for engagement. I don't get paid for you finishing the game or for you reviewing it and wanting a sequel. I get paid if you just click on that icon. I don't want my gaming to turn into that. Turn into window shopping. And that's what Game Pass is. It's a window shopper. They get ready to pay the developer the money. They get paid for the click, the engagement. That's a click.
That's why Lena Khan need to shut it down.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's an engagement click. And you think if you were working on a game and you knew that your end audience was an engagement click or was a customer that you want to get so you could loop them in to get a sequel and do something even better. That's what you want.
No.
You want if you're gonna make a game for an engagement click.
Excuse me.
You look at
That's
our
what you would think.
look at what our gaming news turned into because of engagement clicks.
Exactly.
We don't have any legit interviews and coming from IGNs and GameSpots and Polygons.
It's all speculation now.
It's all like
then when you do hear real news, news that's real, people will try to downplay it. So when you get something, I kind of feel like people. Yeah. No, I'm being serious. Like when people, right. Like for instance, I give you a good example. Like you can get news like, hey, Forspoken demo's out today. You can play it, and then people will play it and crap on it. Or people who haven't played it will talk about the people that are crapping on it, and they'll crap on it. Like, wait a minute, you're crapping on a game, the demo you haven't even played. And I'm just going by what I heard people say. That's what you get a lot today. I'm just going by what I heard people say.
By the way, that thing is fantastic, bro.
Yeah, it runs good. But you know what the going thing was about that? And I don't mean to derail this. It runs at 720p. No, it doesn't. Like and then when Forspoken, it runs at 720p. And then Digital Foundry came out and said, yeah, this is what it runs at. And it runs a lower resolution, but it doesn't run at 720p. I'm like, what do they think this is the Series S? And then I said this to you, Jazz. Okay, let's just say for all intents and purposes, that demo, it runs at 720p. It looks better than anything that's come on Xbox since the Xbox Series X has released.
That's crazy. But
that's crazy. The game that you say runs at 720p looks better than any game that has come out in the last 2 years on your 12 teraflop console. And that's not even no fanboy crap. It's just like, what are you producing? I don't get it. The way people talked about Forspoken demo was like they act like it was a Switch game. Like it ran like a slideshow, and it doesn't.
Well, they're very critical.
I don't understand. I don't understand what people, but like I said, this is the problem. The problem with PlayStation, Sony's PlayStation is its biggest competition is itself. So people who even own PlayStations will crap on the games if they don't meet a certain standard. But in the same sentence, they'll tell you, we need new intervention. We need something new. Forspoken is something that's never been done before. It's totally different. It's new. It's a new idea. It's a new IP. But then you trash it. So when we don't get a sequel or it doesn't sell well, no matter what it reviews as, I'm just like, man, nobody can wait to the end product. They gave you. I don't get it. Yeah, what's up?
You know what's crazy, Frogs? I saw exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was funny because the same person I saw trashing the game, I saw them defending it afterwards. And I'm like,
playing both sides. I see them playing both sides.
Like, what the fuck? That's why I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That's why I really don't say a lot of shit, dog. I just
I sit back and
sit back and watch it all.
Yep.
Well,
I tell you what, this year I've blocked like 10 people that are just idiots. As soon as they say some idiotic, block. And these are people that are well known in the community. I just block them. Block them, mute them. Don't want to hear anything from their mouth anymore. If you're gonna just come out and start spitting out spitting out randomness, I'll block you and move on.
We're gonna cool our tongues and talk about VR. Who's hyped for VR?
People, but hey,
who's hyped for VR?
I'm super.
Sick,
I'm
you
super
got your
excited,
pre-ordered? You got your no?
Sick went through some hurdles with that.
They didn't get. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh man,
He's going through some.
That's some horseshit at PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
No, PlayStation, something is wrong with
yeah, something's up with that.
Yeah, that story.
So one of the things I wanted to bring up is like, you know, the people I see some people going around saying that nobody asked for this on the VR and stuff like that. And according to the growth markets here, virtual reality is on its way up. In 2020, it made a 31.7% more in profits than in 2019, making it the fastest growing media segment of last year. This is unsurprisingly due in large part of VR video games. This is what I've always said about VR, and the fact is that Sony stuck with it, they supported it, and now they're going to make it even better coming next month. I can't believe it's a month away. I'm so happy that it's coming in early this year, so we don't have to wait till like summer and all that other stuff. I can't wait. February is perfect for VR, and they're going to be coming out with these games, and tomorrow they're going to have, no, actually on the 4th, January 4th is when CES starts, and that's when they're going to do the PSVR 2. It's going to be there. So you expect a lot of hands-on, a lot of demonstrations of VR. So I might do a games grinding bite later on this week, recapping what they talked about at CES, or maybe on that day. We'll see how everything goes. CES is January 4th.
It's like an all-day thing? Or
Sony's actually streaming their conference. It's a conference. It's a huge conference, and Sony's going to be there, and they're going to demonstrate their VR. So they actually have a. Remember that was where he. Oh shit! Somebody sent me a receipt. So one of the things was that Sony revealed they have like a press conference there. They talk about all their stuff because their TVs and their sensors, their cameras, and things like that. But VR is going to be there, and hopefully they get to show some more games. And I expect a lot of hands-on, because that's the thing. Watching somebody, walking around in VR and stuff is boring. You want to see what their experience is and how they're describing what their experience is. So that's where I think VR is going to be there. Because if they just show like a 3D image or some 2D image on the screen going, this is what it looks like in the headset, it's never that good. I
gladly shelled out $700. See, let me explain something to y'all. And this is mostly for the chat, because I'm pretty sure you understand it, Jez, and I'm pretty sure you understand it, Frogs. Most people would think that I would be mad at Sony because of the shit that's been going on with their store, the way they fucking suspended my account, right? But here's the difference. Sony has been providing me everything that I've wanted in gaming for quite some time. Right? And that's all that truly matters to me, because I know that Sony is not my friend.
Yeah,
right.
It's a business
offer a
company.
Product, and I say, whoa, that is the product that I want, so I support it. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I don't need them to be my friend. I just need them to keep producing at a high
There you
level
go.
and keep producing greatness. All of that, Phil Spencer's my friend shit, none of that over here.
None of that.
Talk about Jim Ryan. I don't care about Shuhei Yoshida. He's a nice guy, but I don't care. Or I'm not looking for a retweet, right? I'm not looking for some sort of praise or something like that from these guys, because at the end of the day, they're only human as well. And I'm pretty sure they get tired of some of y'all that just poke at them all day trying to get a response.
Oh, get them on their show and podcast interview. Yeah.
Yeah. But even when it came to VR, right? I wanted to pre-order the VR and I couldn't on my account. My account that I have PS Plus until 2032.
Wow.
I could not order it on that account. And I asked them, because I reached out to customer. I'm level 4, right?
Right.
As a Stars reward.
Oh, I'm level 4 too. Let me
damn. You skipped me in line.
Yep.
I'm a 2.
There we go.
You're skipping my line.
I got to people and I let them know what the issue was. And I'm like, dude, every time I try to order something, it tells me, because I can literally see it. Dude, I got like fucking 14 different credit cards, right? I'm watching them take the money and then reverse the transaction
That's crazy.
almost in real time. Almost in real time. And I'm seeing this happen, and they're like, transaction couldn't be processed or something like that. And it kept happening. So I was reading on Reddit where people were saying that they were shadow banned from purchasing shit from the PlayStation Store. I'm like, nah, Sony wouldn't shadow ban me. I don't think we're friends, but goddamn, they gotta know that they're getting a lot of money from me, right? And lo and behold, I call my son because everybody in my house, my son, my daughter, my youngest son, they all have PlayStation Plus accounts. I call my son in here to log into his PlayStation account. What do you know? I could order with the same credit cards that was saying error, transaction error, whatever. Orders went through just fine. I ordered 3 separate PlayStation 5s from PlayStation Direct via my son's account, including the VR. And I'm like, they specifically shadow banned my account
That is whack.
and play it like they had no idea what was going on. There's no way you don't know why this isn't being processed. I
Dude.
called a bank. The bank said, no, it's not us. We're approving the transaction.
They just
said,
don't want your
whoever
money.
the store is reversing it. I said, oh, these some bitches. But even with that, I'm still purchasing PlayStation because they're making what I want.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about, bro.
It's about the end product, man. That's we're consumers,
I was
and they're making a
I
product
was
that we
having
consume.
problems, and I think I was talking to Jazz while I was actually because I got in for the first initial pre-order for the headset.
Yes, you
and I
got
was
in
having problems
first.
buying mine. Yeah, I was having problems buying mine, but eventually, I was like, okay, it worked. But I don't know. When Jazz, you said earlier when somebody said, "Oh, who asked for this?" Isn't if I'm not mistaken, compared to my research, the PlayStation VR is the best-selling VR headset. Maybe just because the console is more accessible.
No, it sold like over
and
5
the price.
million. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
it's not over
5
five, but
million.
it's the
Yeah, as
best
an
selling. It's the
accessory.
best selling VR headset.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, what do you mean? Who asked for this? Like, obviously, over 5 million people want this. People are going to pay for this. People are like jumping up and down to bid for this.
Yeah.
So when people say who wants this, obviously there's a market for it.
And it was the lesser technology at the time of the other two of Oculus and the Vive.
I mean, HTC Vive, I think, is the best quality, but I think that the
I have
PSVR is the
that.
best selling headset of a VR headset of all time.
And that's why what I'm saying is like, I have the Vive and I had the PSVR and the PSVR. So I have that. And I just felt that the PSVR was more comfortable. And it also, they had more games.
That's what everybody says.
And for me, the PlayStation VR had more games, whereas the Vive was definitely more experimental. There was a lot of cool demos and cool things to do. But the Vive had room scale, and PlayStation never really had that. And that's why I'm so hyped up for this, because of the room scale that this has. And I was on the PlayStation, we were talking, and if you actually look, some of the games, there's that actually the Kraken game, where you're the tentacles, basically Sea of Thieves in VR. And that game, if you click on it, it says that there's 3 ways to play. There's room scale, there's standing, and there's sitting. So, and you look at the room scale is almost 8 feet by 8 feet. If you look at the details go on your PlayStation 5s and click on that game and look on the description, because it has all the PSVR 2 description, and in it, it says that the room scale is a minimum of 7.5 by 7.5. I think it's about that of play space to walk around in. And I think a lot of people who had the PlayStation VR don't understand, and maybe if you have the Oculus, you do, like the Quest 2. But what room scale does, it immerses you so much into the game. Plus, you're not funneled into that cone of the camera. So, like if you're standing too close to the camera, it may not get your full body and your arm movements moving above your head. If you're sitting to the side or you don't have the thing, the camera is very finicky because it had to see the lights. When you have inside-out tracking, which is in the PSVR 2, you scan your room, you scan your environment, you trace the area that you're going to be walking in, and then in the game, you are physically walking around, bending down, looking at things, turning your head, turning behind you, looking up, manipulating things. And then on top of that, they have now finally the controllers to actually feel the environment with the adaptive triggers, with the rumble, but also the controllers actually have analog sticks. So now you have the fidelity that you did not have in the PSVR 1. People are not understanding how incredible gaming is going to be with this. This is going to be insane. And I put up this quote that's talking about my other hyped game. What is this one? This one's the one that's made by Supermassive, their PSVR game. Now, this is going to use their blinking responsiveness. So basically, here's the quote. It says, a door painted with the instruction, don't blink, opens up into a room of blood-smeared mannequins and Harley Quinn masks, their bodies twisted in unnatural poses. Eventually, we can't help it anymore. We let our eyelids flutter closed. When we open them, the mannequins have been rearranged or have rearranged themselves. Another blink, and it happens again, except that one has them now coming to life. Don't blink. How crazy is that in a horror game? You walk in there, and it's like, don't blink, and you're probably going to blink as soon as you see that, and now the things move because of your physical movements of your eyes. That is insane.
I'm gonna tell you a game that needs to come to PSVR 2. Not even that Half-Life Alyx, not even that. Asgard's Wrath. That game need to come to PlayStation.
Oh damn, is that like god fighting game, Asgard's Wrath?
Yes.
Oh damn.
That game is so fire.
Because of scale, right? Because of the scale of the fight.
Fire, man. I got several VR headsets. I got the PlayStation VR, the original PlayStation VR. I got the Oculus, the one that actually plugs into the PC. And I got the MetaQuest 2. And I'm gonna tell you right now, for the time that it came out, the PlayStation is still by far, honestly, the most comfortable headset.
Yes, it is.
Especially if you wear glasses.
And glasses, that's the reason I got it.
Yes.
That's exactly the reason.
Yes.
This is like a visor. It puts pressure on your front forehead, the top of your forehead.
Yep.
It's not goggles for your face.
The other Oculus, the one that plugs into the computer, that one has higher resolution, and it has a game called Robo Recall, which I hope comes to PlayStation.
I played that.
Oh yeah, I've heard about.
I played that on the Vive.
Yeah, that game is so.
Because you were able to play Oculus games on the Vive if you hacked it. You could do the Oculus store on there. Yes.
Yeah. I need that game. I really need that game to come to PSVR 2. Moss is already there.
Yes.
Yep. Can't wait to fucking jump back.
Resident Evil is gonna be insane, dude. I saw the guy playing with the gun. The physics supposedly are insane, and the way they got the resolution, like when you look at something, the resolution, I forgot what it's all called, but there's some technical term, but the resolution is focused on where you're looking. So like when you're looking at something, it is the best detail that it could be. What is it called?
That's the foveated rendering.
Yes, the foveated rendering. That's what it is. Yeah. So like, thanks, Link. Yeah, so like you're looking at the object, and what you're looking at it's super detailed. And the guy's like manipulating it, playing. He said that he was actually taking the clip of the gun and like trying to balance it or have it throw it into his gun, like throwing the clip from right hand and trying to put it into the gun in the left hand. Like the physics of this kind of stuff, and just and if it's even more detailed, because that was the thing. It always downscaled all the details and the resolutions, and it was cool and immersive, but it wasn't the realism that I think this is going to start bringing. Yes, it's not going to be the highest, but it's going to be a lot better than what we got. Plus, it's going to be higher resolution, which that was the thing, like Sick was saying. The PSVR 1 was the lowest resolution, but it was the most comfortable. That's very important because that's what gets you nauseous. That's where it puts pressure on your face. So like if you're wearing glasses and you put those goggles on, it puts pressure on your face. It's like pushing everything on your face, and that's on your sinuses and everything, and it really could mess up your session.
Dude, I don't know if you ever did this, but Jez, I used to spend about 10 to 12 hours playing VR at a time. It doesn't affect me the way it affects other people.
Certain games did affect me, dude. Like if I'm sitting and then I have to like walk and tell, I that would not work. I have to stand.
Yeah, I I never had a VR game affect me as like far as making me sick and all that. Never. Like you know how some people they like, oh man, I can't play shooters because I get real bad motion sickness. That doesn't have. I think I've had maybe in my life maybe like one game like made me, and it was just dealing with like the how fast stuff was blinking and stuff. That made me feel a little weird. But outside of when I can wear I'm like sick. I can wear my VR headset all day and play. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it doesn't
bother me.
The one game that got me sick was Rigs. I was like almost threw up.
Oh, I loved Rigs.
No, I like Rigs.
That got me
This
sick.
is the conversation that I was having with Persona about freaking service games, dog. Rigs was one of those.
It was a cool concept, but got me sick. I couldn't play.
Man, Sony made this game and just dropped it.
Yeah,
dropped it.
They did.
Yeah.
Same as the other one. What it was called? Star. What is it called?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know which one. The one where you're in the spaceship, but the dogfight one. That was
It was called Star something.
Yeah, Star.
I can't remember what it was called.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it was called, but it was like a dogfight space. It had different characters. It was like a hero type shooter. Okay, different characters, different vehicles.
Yeah, they dropped these games though. I don't know.
Bruh, it was like
Beat Sabers is incredible. Rice put in. Oh my god,
yeah,
Beat
man.
Saber.
Dude,
Oh
I
my
got a lot of
god,
hours in
all
Beat Saber.
day.
You just
Star
can't
Wars?
stream
Nah,
that game, dude. That's the only thing I hate about Beat Saber is you cannot stream it because you will get
Nope.
so
Yes.
copyright.
And I wanted to upload my own songs or just put Spotify in the background and let it auto generate, but I want more songs.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I love that. I played a Farpoint was absolutely incredible. I have the aim
Farpoint's
controller.
good, but the thing is with Farpoint, and I learned it real quick, you cannot sit and play that game. You have to stand.
No, you got.
I tried to sit, and like the fights are so intense with the spiders. And
I can't stand those spiders. I killed them first because if they jump at me, I jump.
Oh my gosh, Even
though I know they're coming.
I played it and I just love the shotgun. Everything is I shotgun everything.
Dude,
I love it.
That game had an actual campaign
and co-op, campaign,
and co-op, and co-op
game. It was a full
full
game with a nice story to it.
It was awesome, dude. And you going around in the caves, like when you walk around the caves and looking around and stuff, and you hear, and that 3D audio was friggin' lit in that game. And then you have the aim controller, and you have the control, and you're looking at the gun, and you tilt it side by side, and in the game, it knows that it's getting tilted side by side. And that was a great thing with the aim control was that it actually had an analog stick, so you could move very easily. It was really awesome. Like, and that's all Frog. We're gonna be playing that Firepoint, man. I had the best experience playing that with the aim controller. That Rainbow Six type game, that Firepoint. Oh my god, that's gonna be freaking awesome. Oh, I can't wait. This is gonna be awesome. And what's crazy is that this is on top of what they got coming just on the platform itself. This is a whole other side piece. That's what's crazy about this thing. A whole new set of games. That's when people say, "Oh, who wants this?" Dude, this is a whole new way to play games. It is like the Dave and Buster's. It's like, dude, you want to go play the arcade games? Or you want to go do some bowling? You want to go do this? It is like a smorgasbord of fun. How do you not want this? But go read the 20 pages of goddamn legal documents and tell me why Xbox sucks. That's what you rather do.
That with Sony having like VR and its motion stuff, I'm surprised they haven't did like some kind of like a spin on like how they did Wii Bowling. I'm surprised they haven't done a bowling game or something like that in VR. And maybe they have one.
No. I think they were waiting until they could get the better controllers, but I think they're gonna go all.
They're going all in with dude. There's gonna be so many freaking VR games this year. I can't. This is insane.
I think that the VR games you're gonna see so much more support because the VR is so much. It's just so much easier. I think going to be to develop for this time around.
Ooh,
and just you'll be able to get the clarity you need to get. And the fidelity.
Exactly. Why not both, Dave? Exactly. Why not both? Because they don't have it. So then those people go, nobody wants it. But they want the cozies for their controllers, though, and the refrigerators. They're asking for that, though. But yeah, Geo knows gaming says, don't forget 3D 4K movies with the headset. Yeah, and that's the other thing, too. It's not only the games, too, but it's also
really?
I'm telling they're going to have like apps and experiences. I am sure they're going to.
Wait. 3D movies? Wait, is that with the VR, too?
Yeah, they have. Do you ever see
I
the
don't
ones where you
know
sit in
about
the
the
movie
3D
theater?
movie thing. I don't know about
Do you
that, but
ever
I
see the
do
ones where you
know.
sit in the movie theater and stuff? They got live sports
but I
and
didn't know they could
VR.
do that. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, there's going to be
Oh,
other applications for it. You already see it. They got that section for the apps. They're going to put apps. They
interesting.
had them in the other one. But oh my god,
Yeah,
just
I watched the whole concert in VR.
yeah.
I forgot whose concert it was, but I think it was a rock concert. But I
I
watched somebody's
watched
concert in VR.
yeah, I'm not the 360 ones. I'm not in the I like the where they have you sitting in the seat and you're actually there, like court side and stuff like that. That was
That's
pretty cool.
cool.
But I'm telling you, there's gonna be so many things, experiences, and I'm gonna tell you, guess what else? I would say 2023 guaranteed there'll be some sort of VR experience for Spider-Man the movie and Spider-Man the game, something like that. I'm sure there'll be something with Spider-Man. They did with the other Spider-Man movie. There'll be something with it, and with all these movies that they got coming out, they're gonna have some sort of VR cool experiences in that. Like this is just oh man. And what's crazy, it's one cable that goes in the front. You don't need all the breakout boxes and two cables and then have the sync the dude, it's
That's gonna
and
be
then what's
interesting.
crazy is that the headset is detecting the controllers. So it's all Bluetooth to the headset. So basically it sees the controllers. So it's not the setup to just start it. I'm just so happy. I'm probably gonna get a stand for it and just gonna take it off like the stand and put it on and just that's it, you're in. Like there's no like setting up and configuring, and all you're gonna say is like, here's my room, and that's it. Like there's no like breakout boxes and with the 3D and what we have already experienced right now. I was telling Frogs earlier. Oh, actually, one thing I wanted to talk about was I was playing Last of Us Part 1, right? Incredible. The remake, oh my god, what they've done. The motion, the sound, holy crap! The 3D audio with the clickers going around. But there's something that I turned on, which is interesting. They have a whole DualSense, and I'm probably late to the party, so if you want to yell at me, you can. But they have a whole DualSense option, and one of the things all the way at the bottom is have the DualSense vibrate based on the sounds of the voices, and I turned that on. And when the cutscenes or when people are talking, if they talk more intensely, it vibrates more where they're coming from. And even in the cutscenes, in the dialogue, like when they're talking low, it's low. It's based off of the audio of what they're talking about, and it rumbles with their talk, like almost like how like the bellow of their voice. So if it's like "yo, dude," it vibrates a little harder than if they're just whispering to each other. And I thought that was so cool. The other thing is the 3D audio. I was telling Frog, as I was walking and they have the trucks go by from the and in my perf, the way I'm walking straight, and the truck went from the front of me to behind me, and actually you hear the sound, but just like Astrobot, you feel the rumble go from the top of the controller down the left, and then as I turned, the rumble went from the left to the right, and it's just this extra little stuff that just immerses you because the game looks so damn good. And then the sound sounds incredible. And then you got the motion and the vibration to go with that. Dude, it's all about immersion. You can tell that's the biggest thing for me. I want to be immersed. Take me where you want me to go and make it incredible. And that's what it is. And Sony, with the way they make their movies, the way they do their storytelling, the way they do their graphics, their sound, their audio, their interaction, their devices, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I wanted from when I was a little gamer. I wanted things to be this. Imagine when games do this. They're doing it. And we should celebrate that. And we should want that. We should not worry about 2 billion people playing on a goddamn cell phone. That's for the companies to worry about because they're sucking doing the traditional way. But for us, that's what I want. I want the best of the best. And I will pay for the best if that's what it gives me. And that's what we should be talking about as a gaming community. And that's what we should be talking about all those social media. That's the stuff we should be talking about. Not talking about bottom of the barrel, pushing stuff out the door. Just get by. We suck. You suck? Stay sucking. I'm doing good. And that we should do that. And that's why it grinds my gears when we talk about the trash that they're trying to sucker in. Hey, go buy an S. It doesn't matter. Resolution. You just hyped up 12 teraflops. And now it doesn't matter where you play. Get the hell out of here. Waste my time.
That's what they say.
That's what they've been saying,
That's what they
dude.
say,
And they say
man.
it's better
That's
now.
what they say.
Get the hell out of here with that trash. Speaking about it, no, that's what they do say is they say, guess what? You make a console, you do fine. You don't even make games for the console. That's what they do say. That's what that stupid ass article said about, what was it? It says right here. Oh, wait, it says right here. I have it right here. That wonderful article. Xbox had a big, even without a big exclusive, Xbox quietly dominated 2022.
Oh my God. That article.
This is what I mean. We just came back from a celebration, incredible of technology and immersion and what could be exciting for the gamers. Whiz. And now we got some dude going, hey, you don't need to do anything. You dominated. Dominated. Listen, this guy, Gilvan, he says, even without big exclusive, Xbox dominated because of what? FTC and mergers and consolidation? That's why?
Exactly why we have the problems we have with Xbox.
That's why we have the problems. But, like, you know what? Let's, and he says right here in the article, Scorn may have been one of his least favorite games in a year, but perhaps the one I enjoyed thinking about the most.
Oh my God. Thank you. Wow.
Shit.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
What are we
definitely
doing
should-
here?
Activate. Holy
You definitely should have pooped on that.
Activate. Activate.
Yo, what the
Man, what are we doing?
What are we doing here?
Yo, and y'all get mad at us when we make fun of y'all Xbox fans, man.
This is
Come
what
on,
they're
man.
writing.
That's ridiculous. That's
My
that.
least
that is
favorite
daggone
game, but the
ridiculous.
one I enjoy thinking about. And you wonder why they had the most abandoned games on the list. Scorn was one of them. Because everybody was thinking about it. Nobody was playing it, they were thinking about it. They were doing the Dustin Laguerre definition of popular. It was a popular game, but nobody played it. I guess, okay. Scorn was my least favorite game, but perhaps I enjoyed thinking about it. This is what we're writing. But you want to know what? It gets deeper than that. So we're going to find out, hey, let's see, Giovanni, Giovanni, let me see what's going on. I need to see. We need the scores. Here's the article. Right? Oh! He played 41 hours of WWE 2K22. And he played 26 games and had a total achievement in the entire year of 255.
I refuse to actually read that article.
There it is. Fallen Angel posted it. And Fallen Angel, Chara Prime. Here you go. He was thinking about Scorn, though. Xbox dominated while he played wrestling.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. Games are coming fast. 12 minutes and 80. And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them like a Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. Skyrash 2, Ground True and True. 'Cause they're all on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'll load my Game Pass.
5 achievements. Let me tell you how little that is.
Mm-hmm.
That is about 5 games. 5 1,000 achievement scores. That is trash. And these are the people who claim to be Xbox fans. They're not Xbox fans. They just know that y'all, the fans of Xbox, are dumb enough to listen to them. So they pander to y'all.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
No. This is what they go. Like, oh man, we did great last year. We didn't even have a game. Imagine if we had a game. It's like, no, you didn't do great. And for you to think that somebody's telling you that Xbox did great, you should be angry, going, what do you mean? That's what grinds my gears so much. It's like, and I'm telling this to Frogs too. A lot of these people I have both consoles. They go to PlayStation. This is what I was doing. I was playing God of War, playing Last of Us, playing Horizon. And I'm like, how do you come off of an Xbox, own a PlayStation 5, play those games, and use the UI, use the sharing features, take a screenshot, play those experiences, use the 3D audio, play with the DualSense, play those games on PlayStation, and then turn off the PlayStation and go back to the Xbox and still go, something's not sitting right here. How do you continue to go, no, this is great, Xbox. The dashboard is wonderful. I love seeing that ad about Game Pass every goddamn day, even though I've been subscribed for 2 years. You keep reminding me that Game Pass exists and I should subscribe, even though I am. This dashboard is old as hell. Thank you, Xbox. Let me go to the store and see what new games are coming from your Xbox. You can download Fable. You can download Perfect Dark, Avowed, Worlds 2. You can touch any new games. How do you leave that ecosystem and come back and not only be accepting of what Xbox is giving you right there and then, but then to continue to go on a podcast, go on an article, go on Twitter and cap for that after you experience that game on the PlayStation? There's no way in hell you are right-minded by playing something like that, of those type of quality of that game, and then go to Xbox and go, this is fine. That's what happened to me. When I played those games on the PlayStation 4 Pro, I turned on my Xbox and I go, this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. I will never experience something like I just experienced over there with you. You haven't provided that at all, and I don't even know on the horizon if you ever will. This dashboard needs updating. This thing needs, what happened? You know, people don't know better until they're shown better. And that was what Steve Jobs said. You know, it's up to them to show people better because they're not going to know. So when you play better and you do something like that, how do you go back, turn on that Xbox with a smile and say, I love you, Phil? I don't get it. If you are a gamer, how the hell do you not want what you just played over there on your Xbox and not get angry and not get pissed off that you're sitting there staring at that dashboard going, what is this? Why can't I play a game like that on here? Why can't you do that? You cost the same amount of money. Your peripheral's the same amount of money. Your console's the same amount of money. Why are you not doing that on your platform? And then see articles about Kumbaya, and I don't care where you play, and not get angry and not get pissed off that you invested in Xbox time and time again, and go play those games on PlayStation, but then come back and say this is fine and not be angry about it. That's what I don't get. And not only that, maybe you don't get angry about it, but to then celebrate that the mediocrity that you're getting on that and not asking for better. I don't get it. How could you? Like, Sick, how could you play those games? Bro, you played those games. How could you go back to Xbox and go, this is great. This is fine. I'll wait. And then to say, I'll wait. Like nobody else is doing anything. Nintendo's not dropping Zelda. Nintendo's not doing anything. Sony's not doing anything. How do you sit there and with your hands folded and go, I'll wait. It's okay.
Nope. I couldn't do it. I could never be an Xbox fan, man. I hate to say it, man. They're cool people, but y'all are some fools.
Yeah.
You're willingly handing over money and receiving nothing in return.
Exactly.
I can't do it. Nope.
I don't understand it. How time is money. How do you sit there and just let it go? And to talking about waiting, we're gonna go right down. Capcom ignores Xbox as a place. You know what? It is what it is. Capcom. We know that. You know, here's the survey. I don't really even want to talk about this too much. How you prefer to purchase games? Capcom basically didn't even list an Xbox. I guess it's under other here. So Capcom doesn't even acknowledge that people buy games on Xbox.
Because nobody buys games on. Did you see the sales figures?
Oh yeah,
Capcom games that they gave out. I think it was like 2 years ago.
Yes. Yeah. Nobody bought it on Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah. So why are we gonna mention you when we know that your consumer base has been conditioned to not want to spend money.
Dude, they got the PlayStation Store via the web browser, Nintendo eShop, the My Nintendo Store, the Steam Store, digital download cards, prepaid cards, pin codes, download codes, game store, physical games, and then other. That's where Xbox is. Yeah, other. They couldn't put Xbox in the goddamn survey. That's what Capcom thinks of you. But talking about waiting. So, wouldn't you think it wouldn't be a year? We talked about Redfall being delayed to May. Good luck. Enjoy Zelda.
Wait. How could Redfall be delayed when it never had an official date?
Oh, because the rumor was March, and now the rumor is May.
But it never had
I've been
an
saying
official date. Is that what you was talking about, Link?
Yeah, it never had an official date, but they've been speaking about internal delays.
It can't be. No, you can't tell us an internal delay if you don't work internally for the company.
Well, dude, and now I want to know, how do you reboot a game 3 times that nobody has seen? Because that's the problem with Fable.
Did you see Fable?
That's what I was talking about.
They canceled the original game. Like, yo, we decided to remake it in fucking Unreal.
Yep, there you go. So yeah, so basically the rumor today is that Fable, here it is right here. Fable, you know, the game that Microsoft hasn't even shown existed outside of the trailer that they showed in 2020. Fable has been restarted internally. Add this to all the other games they've restarted. How many times? Perfect Dark has been restarted. Everwild. Hellblade been restarted. So the most current build of the new Fable game was deemed unplayable by most of the team. Basically starting from scratch in Unreal, the old Forza Tech version will never see the light of day.
Well, let me ask you this question. How can a game be unplayable when you never showed anything about it gameplay wise, period? Also,
well, that's probably why they didn't show it.
No. But how do you create a game that is unplayable? Like, are they really just sitting on the clock at these studios? Because that's how I feel right now.
That's exactly what they're doing. Booty's hands off, ass first. He don't care.
2018 is when they showed Fable, right?
Dude. They are letting the kids run the house. That's what they're doing. They gave the studios the crayons and said, I will be away for the next 2 years. Show me a piece of artwork when I come back. And that was Matt Booty.
To be fair, Jez, isn't that what we asked for?
No, I don't ask for that. I want goddamn product.
No. We asked that Microsoft not be hands-on with these games, because we was talking about how PlayStation give their studios creative freedom, right?
Oh, that's creative freedom, right? And hands off are 2 different things. Creative freedom is like, we'll help you with something. You'll give you some freedom within the constraints. But hands off, that's what you're getting here, where games are just not playable. They come in, Matt Booty says, here's your cappuccinos, here's your lattes. So how's that game? It's like, oh, it's unplayable, Booty. Oh, do you mean? Okay, all right. I'll be back next week with the coffee orders, and Booty leaves. Booty needs to go there and start flipping over tables.
What is an unplayable game, though? That's what I don't understand.
It's like,
how do you work on something, because they've been working on this since 2018? So you telling me like 4 years later, the shit that they've been working on for 4 years? Is unplayable?
Wait, here we go.
Make any sense.
Wait, it gets better. Supposedly, the rumor goes the Forza Tech version was about a quarter of the way done as of August 2022. A quarter of the way done. 25% complete as of August of last year. What have they been doing all year?
25% done, but unplayable.
This version of Fable 4 is in Unreal and is very early. The new target window is Q4 of 2024.
Nah, that means 2026 for real.
Dude, that's not coming out for anytime soon. And then what's crazy is that then you got Here They Come. Chris Dring, he goes like this. He goes, this is not true. Here they come. The check marks, here they come. This is not true. Okay, well, let's say it's not true. Let's go see. Let's go look to the Grinds tapes. Let's see if it's not true. Well, apparently they were having issues with the Forza tech. Well, let's see. He says it's not true.
No, it's not true. How does he know it's not true?
Oh, he won't answer that, but he just says it's not true. So let's go back. March 23rd, 2022. Fable development is slow due to Playground's inexperience with RPGs, says former designer. So basically, he said that in 2020, Fables were given a teaser of a new entry, right? This dude says he was in one of the people to help to bring Playground to better understand open world RPGs. And he describes the attitudes at Playground as, where did we see this before, everybody? Doing more with less and ambitious. Oh, we hear that a lot. Don't we hear that with the Halo Infinite, that they were too ambitious and had to scale down, had to take stuff away?
You know what it sounds like to me? This shit didn't fit the Game Pass model, is what it
Oh, you bet you goddamn ass. That's exactly what it is. These people want to come in there, get sick. That's the same problem the Initiative had. Remember? They were too ambitious. They wanted to make a big game. And they said, remember, the heads were like, we want to make something big. The people coming in, remember, there was a problem with management and the staffing. The staffing wanted to make a big game. The management said, no, no, no. And that's why they devolved. And that's why all those people left the Initiative. And then they had to get the creative assembly, whatever people to come build it, or Crystal Dynamics, the bootleg studios. There was a problem with the management. One wanted to make it big, one wanted to make it small. That's exactly the problem is. They're trying to make games for the Game Pass model. That's exactly what they're doing. And that's why these games, they're already damage controlling them, going, no, they're so ambitious, they're so big. Well, guess whose job is to keep them in check? I'll give you one whiff. You know damn well whose job it is to keep them in check. Who's supposed to take that ambition and funnel it down and make it a product? That's him. You know damn well who's supposed to be doing that. That's his job. Mr. Hands-off ass first, Booty Bucks. His job is to get in there and say, you know what? We're not putting 5 billion trees in the goddamn game. Just make me one quality tree. That's Booty's job. So this person, now this is March 2022, says this is not good for Halo fans because they don't understand how to make an RPG. So he goes basically here, Playground Games is a series company, very organized and production driven. Every 2 years they release the Forza Horizon with incredible quality. Sick, let me ask you this, guys. Let me ask you this. How demoralizing is it if you were a studio that was pumping out Forza Horizons every 2 years and now had to reboot this game twice already since 2018 and 5?
Well, with Forza, they was just literally giving you the same game over.
Still,
and
you're
over
pushing out a game.
location.
These guys
With
are bit.
this, they actually have to put in effort. It takes time to create
Well,
that
they're
dialogue.
taking a
You
lot
have
of.
to create a battle system. You have to create upgrade paths as far as like powers and stuff goes. Depending on how deep they're gonna make Fable, they have to do a lot that they don't have to do in Forza. In Forza,
But
they don't even have to give you the right reflections, dog.
but sick. Let me ask you something. If they have creative freedom, whose cockamamie idea was to say, hey, we shut down Lionhead, who made Fable. But you know what? I think a great studio that we should make the Fable game is the Racing Studios, and using our racing tech engine to make a RPG game. Whose idea was that? Do you think Playground Games sat around the table going, guys, we've been making great games in Mexico and London and all over the world in racing games, in realistic racing, in realistic environments, and realistic cars. You know what we should do now? A fantasy game like Fable that has dialogue and missions and magic and storyboards and fantastical fairies. I got somebody who has something for you right there. Creative freedom? I got something for you. Where is it?
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit my ass. There you go. Whose idea was that? You think they sat around there and they're like, guys, you know what? Just like the Initiative. They sat around the table going, guys, we are the rock stars of the industry. We made a great game with Tomb Raider and action adventures games in environments of temples and having all this mythology and all this other stuff. We can make an incredible action adventure game. You know what? Let's do Perfect Dark, because nobody was asking for that. Whose ideas are these? Are these Phil and Booty? Creative freedom, my ass. Nobody sat around a table and said, I want to make Perfect Dark, after Microsoft has abandoned that franchise for goddamn 10 years.
And just imagine this, Jez. They want the same people who are having trouble remaking and doing their own games to buy Activision because there's so many IPs that they can
Oh,
revitalize.
yeah.
Get
Mm-hmm.
the fuck out of here, dog. No way.
No way. Then they're going to hoard that shit like a goddamn hoarders on the goddamn TLC network. What's this? The rats and the shit in the goddamn refrigerator. Oh, yeah, that's our IP. There it is. We don't use the hoarders. That's what they are. So that was in March 2022. Dudes already whistleblowing, saying, guys, they don't know how to make a goddamn RPG game. No shit, Sherlock. They made racing games for the whole thing. Who the hell thought it was a good idea for them to make a goddamn RPG? I hear some idiots go, guys, look at these trees in Forza Horizon. Imagine Fable looking like those trees. No, you're going to get Halo pipe cleaner trees. That's what you're going to get. Halo goddamn pipe cleaners. So now, Chris Dingleberry says, no, this is not true. Well, Chris, there's an article right here. Dude says shit's awry. Okay, well, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. Here it is again. This, here it is. This is an expanded quote of what we were just looking at. He goes here, they wanted to branch out with something different. They thought that they would do well with an open world racing game, but they lacked the people with the knowledge of how a gameplay is done. In an open world, you control character and actions and different than a racing game. At the technology level, you have to develop animation, scripting, a quest system, moving in a car at 300. This is no news to me, man, obviously. But if you said this before this, people will be like, you don't know what you're talking about. Playground is great. Uh-huh. And here we go. Action RPG worlds are incredibly complicated to do. They take a lot of time. A lot of people, and in Playground, they have the mentality of doing more with less. That if Assassin's Creed is done by 5,000 people, they want to have 100 to 200. And if they do that Assassin's Creed in 7 years, they want to do Fable in 5. It's good to be... You hear this? This is what this dude said in March of last year. He said that Assassin's Creed in 7 years takes 5,000 people to do. Wonderful Phil Spencer and Matt Dirty Ass Booty think that they could do Fable in 5 years with 150 to 200 people. That's the ambition that they're trying to talk about. Doing more with less. Are those 150 contractors? Who thinks this is a good idea? Is this why there's a lot of turnover at Microsoft? Actually, if you look, they were looking for friggin', look at this person. Look at this. You want to see something wild? Where is it? They were asking, I think Geo Knows Gaming posted this thing. I think I liked it. Where was it? They were looking for like a concept artist. Like they're just figuring this stuff out. But wait. The hell's this?
Sounds like a train wreck in progress.
Train wreck. Here we go. Not only that was in March, then in June, you know him, I know him, Mr. Colt Eastwood, who's the one who shared this out to begin with, basically said that Fable had issues early on Playground's Forza Tech engine and won't have the tools necessary to implement certain gameplay mechanics and systems. He also said that Fable is ultimately scaled down in scope. Following, the senior producer of Fable went to Twitter to clarify the word scoping, because, you know, for some reason, Xbox makes up their own interpretations of words and definitions to fit their narrative. Scoping is a normal part of the development cycle, and ultimately every AAA game, now mind you, it's a AAA, ends up having some content cut. Halo Infinite, anybody?
Why
Looks,
is it only Xbox content being
dude.
cut?
No, it's all not sick because you know what? The model of Xbox is not only more with less, but I'm so excited about what I didn't show you. Sick, I'm making this incredible dinner. It's gonna have all this stuff. I'm gonna be making desserts and appetizers and all. I can't wait to do this. Then you come over my house and I give you fucking chicken fingers. And you go, what happened? I'm like, sick. I wanted to give you this incredible meal, but I was too ambitious. There's too many ingredients. So all I can give you these chicken fingers. You excited?
They're trying to switch all of their games over to Unreal.
Yeah. You want to know why? Because they realized their own engines, just like Shitspace, is taking it's not optimized. The only engine that they ever had was goddamn Forza engine. That was it. And Halo, they try to make their own Shitspace engine, and now what they want to do is Unreal. Because you want to know why? They're not building from the ground up. They're not taking homegrown developers and making them use their tech and growing into they want people off the shelf. They want dudes coming out of school. They're not coming out of school knowing Forza Tech. They're coming out of school knowing Unreal. So they could get cheap work. They could get 150 workers cheap, more with less. Get those people that are coming out of school that know Unreal, grind them up. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they did with Halo. They took a whole bunch of contractors. That's why the game was so piecemeal, because the game wasn't designed with the heartbeat of 343. It was designed with a bunch of people. They just threw resources at it and said, just get it done. And people didn't know which ass from their hole. They didn't know which way was which. And that's where you need management. Now you look at Fable development, what they're doing. No, wait, we got to teach them Forza Tech. Oh, we can't grab dudes off the streets, kid developers off the streets and teach them Forza Tech. That's too much time. But if we make everything Unreal, we could get cheap-ass labor coming out of the schools. Real easy. We could do contractors real quick, scalable resourcing. Hire 5,000 contractors that know Unreal and fire them after they're done. End their contracts. That's what Microsoft wants to do. They're a friggin' sweatshop. They're a sweatshop of bullshit, and that's disgusting. Where's the passion? Where's the heartbeat? That's why these games come out soulless. They're soulless. There's no passion with these games because these people are not building it from the ground up. And that's what's going on. That's why these games are getting rebooted, reimagined, and why every game, just like you said, Sick, every game, I was going to do so much, but this is all I can do right now. Why is everything getting scaled down and scoping? And Booty said it. Booty said it back in his dirty ass interview when he said about it's all about scoping and curing. That's why he liked Hellblade so much. It was a good game of scoping. Which he means is that it looked as AAA as we can get, he said, and it's scoping. Why does everything have to be scoped? Why does everything have to be slimmed and scaled down and downplayed and all this stuff when all you're doing is asking for more money? 12 teraflops, $500 consoles, Core Series Elite controllers. You're asking for more shit from me, but on you on the back end is giving me some cheap ass bullshit. Imagine you get a contract that says, I'm going to build you a house. But you know what? You're going to pay me, and you pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then find out the dude's using cheap-ass material, but making you pay a premium. That's what Microsoft's doing. And guess what? They just jacked up all these games, these scoped games, these trimmed games, these trimmed stuff. They just went up to $70. Oh, too ambitious. But we'll raise the price of them to $70, but we'll scope them. Make that make sense.
I can't.
All these big games, they're $70 now, but they're scoped. And then they're too ambitious. We got to scale down. Oh, okay. But you want more money from me, though. $70 from me. Game Pass money, more money. So you want more money. But you're scoping the shit. Oh, I'm glad that you're saving them, but you're trimming the fat. Oh, okay. You're cutting off a couple of A's. Oh, it was quadruple A, and now it's a triple A, and you know what? Maybe it's going to be a double A, and then we'll add another A later on in DLC. That's what they're doing. They're cutting off A's, but they're making us pay dollars. Let's go in the chat. I want to see. Here's another Grinds Adamas. We got 2023. With 2023, we got them all. Here we go. And trading A's for dollars. That's what Microsoft is doing. They're taking A's, and they're cutting them off, and they're turning them into dollar signs. They're like, they want more money from us as they take away the A's. We started at quadruple. Now we're at triple A, but we're $70, though.
I blame Xbox gamers, though.
Game over.
I blame, dude, they don't know which end is up, man. They are like ants under a goddamn rock. You know when you lift up a rock in the summer?
Gamers allowed this. You know why it's bad, though, Jess? It's bad because Xbox gamers will not allow Sony games to be bad, but they will allow their own games to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weirdest thing ever, right?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing ever. But these articles came out, and then on top of that, at the end of the year, I don't even know if I have that article.
Bad, though, Jess. It's bad because Xbox gamers will not allow Sony games to be bad, but they will allow their own games to be bad.
Oh, I had you playing again in the background. So there is and here you go. I like this one. Whoever gave me this, Moses with the 10 Commandments. In the search for W's, all they find are L's.
Relax. You've been erased. You have me right. Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals.
That's what's going on, dude. So now the link stuff. So here it is. So everybody's saying this is not true. Guys, there's been, and then remember at the end of last year, Bootleg Jez came out and said, when they were talking about Halo, and they were saying Halo and Fable are getting rebooted. They're moving away from their own engines because there was internal, and I thought I had the friggin' article, but they're moving away from their internal their engines, and they're moving to their Unreal. They're moving everything to Unreal. So Split Shift Engine is going to be moved, and now Forza Tech is going to be moved. So this happened at the end of last year. So why wouldn't a rumor now coming out going, hey, Fable's being rebooted, they're going to be putting it to Unreal? That's false.
What was that? Arnie Loke? Amy Loke? Is that Amy or Arnie?
Amy Loki. This is the person over at Twitter where she's talking about scoping and scaling stuff down. This is June. So this went on all last year in 2022 about Fable troubled development. And you know, whenever troubled development comes out, your check marks have to come out and defend it. They got to be like, oh, I heard it. It's okay. This is typical. Remember Crystal Dynamics helping out Perfect Dark, and they go, oh, this is normal. And then Booty comes out and goes, no, this is not normal.
Wait, did you hear the theory that they have about that?
What?
Said that Microsoft is looking to buy out Crystal Dynamics.
Dude, that's all they want to do is buy out shit.
They said this is a test run for Crystal Dynamics.
Oh, yeah, it's a test run. It's a test run. Yeah, it's a test run. Microsoft doesn't need a test run. Did they give it? Did they give Compulsion Studios a test run? Did they give goddamn? They haven't released the game in goddamn since 2018 with We Happy Few. Test runs. They don't give them test runs. Sony gives everybody the right of passage when they have to get bought. They don't do that. Microsoft just buys them when they sniff death. But anyway,
You're my number one
the
customer.
issue that we have here is that we haven't seen these games. Fable. Perfect. I say it all the time. We haven't seen gameplay updates to any of these games, but you hear that they're getting rebooted. So guess what? You're going to tell me that's not true? Maybe it's not true. But guess what? Something's wrong because we haven't seen anything about the game. And on top of that, Microsoft through all their presentations. Oh, we're going to Gamescom. We're going to be at Jeff Keighley's Smuggling Great Summer Show. We're going to be at the Tokyo Game Show. We're going to be at the Game Awards show. All these things that they've been. They never acknowledge that this game is good in development. It's looking good. I can't wait to show you. They didn't even acknowledge that this game exists at all. Do they go on Twitter with all their influencers and stuff? Nobody's talking about these games. Whenever they talk about the game, it's always troubled development. It's getting rebooted. It's always like, oh, it's not going to come in this year. Dude, I'm telling you right now, you're getting Starfield and Redfall this year, and Forza. That's it. If Hellblade comes out, that will be an E3 announcement. But that's the reach. Nothing else is coming out. You're not going to see the light of day of anything. I just hope that they show it. But this is what's going on, dude. There's been so many issues with these games getting rebooted and stuff. And I don't know if it's on purpose. I don't know if they're like, hey, guys, we got Bethesda game to keep us busy. Keep, like the Game Pass subscriber numbers are not shooting up as fast as we can be. Take your time. But we've seen that if you give Microsoft time, it doesn't make games better. Look at Halo. They gave it a whole year. Still came out missing stuff. Still missing stuff to this day. Exactly. David goes like, yeah, how can they have no show at the Tokyo game, the TGA, and then a day or so, Twitter puts out a list of 6 games coming to Xbox before June? Dude, they're not. And then, did you see on Bethesda's thing about Starfield, there was a question and answer. This is how crazy this stuff is. This is how Microsoft, like Six said, keeps you hungry. Where is it? It is, they had a question and answer session, and somebody's like, is Starfield coming in 2023? To go the first half of 2023 in the question and answer session. I'm sure that'll be edited by tomorrow.
Nah, you're right about that. You know it's coming.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be edited. Oh my God. Look at this. Here you go. I think this is what David's talking about. Hold on, let me get the super chat. I make babies with the 2. He goes, I wonder if Vin Diesel will wait to play Fable. Vin Diesel, actually, speaking about Vin Diesel, we got him right here. We got him right here. Well, his game is slated to come out before June. What?
What, Ark?
I got the exclusive interview. Vin Diesel on his game of Ark 2. Here's the interview.
I don't play this game.
I don't know how confident you are in that game, but, that's from the exclusive Grindhouse interview with Vin Diesel.
I don't play this game.
So
I would be honest with you. I don't know why Xbox fans is like super excited for this game. This game runs like complete fucking shit.
Ark always ran like shit, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all played.
But Vin Diesel's in it.
It doesn't matter. It's still a game that runs like shit with Vin Diesel's face on it. Like
I don't play
if he's
this
not
game.
In the Fast and the Furious, it don't really matter.
I don't play this game.
All right, Vin, we get you. Okay, we'll move on. So according to the Game Awards and according to this stuff, and I think this is kind of a slick move, probably Jeff Keighley rubbing some grapes together, trying to stir up some shit. The following Xbox games are targeted for release by the end of June 2023. Starfield, Redfall, Minecraft Legends, Forza Motorsport, Ark 2, Stalker 2, Flintlock Replaced, The Last Case of Benedict Fox, and Party Animals. No pressure.
Yeah, he definitely kicking up shit. That's exactly what he doing.
No
'cause
pressure.
Good and goddamn well, most of that shit is not coming. Well, I believe Ark is.
How? We never even saw Ark.
No. But I mean, you already know Ark is gonna be nothing but an update from the old Ark. Right? Like it's not like they gotta go and rebuild the whole game. Stalkers 2, I don't know about that because of the shit that's going on in Ukraine.
Stalker said
Minecraft Legends,
2023.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's all coming out in June. Keely's stirring up the grapes.
by June, right?
Yeah, but see, the words were targeting, and what's stupid is that in June, see, this is what people didn't realize. In June, they said these are targeting the next 12 months, but then they said we're going to Gamescom, which was in the end of August. They showed the same games and said the same thing. So
I'm
did
telling
they?
you this, man. All the people getting their hopes up about Starfield, boy, y'all gonna be sadly disappointed. But y'all gonna play like y'all like it. You're gonna play like you like it,
Man,
but y'all gonna be sadly mistaken when y'all play that bullshit.
yo, Jeff Keighley stirring up. Dude, this is classic Jeff Keighley. January 1st, 2023. I will let's tweet this at Phil Spencer going, please confirm. But Phil's he's in court tomorrow. The two Utes, he's in there with my cousin Vinny trying to buy Activision. He has no comment on this. Talking about the two Utes. But yeah, here you go. What a lineup, right? Now let's think about it. All these games are slated for June on Xbox on a service that you're paying right now $15 a month. They just increased these prices to $70. That's $70 games right there. All right? All these are coming out by June. Now let's go to the blue side. You could actually tell me the release dates, pre-order, and play demos of the games that are releasing from now in the next 4 months. So tell me how these games are going to be coming out by June. You never seen gameplay to half these shit.
Nope.
Redfall showed a little bit. Minecraft Legends. Don't hold your breath for that one. Forza Motorsport. They showed a CGI thing because they wanted to show you the trees.
Got some super chats.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, they're coming in now. The grind is... Oh, man, I see what happened. The grind just saw this list, and now they got, oh, man, the super chats are coming in. Here they come. 2023 is off. The fireworks. They set the fireworks off. Here we go. Let's get them. Sonic More. This is going to be $4.99. Goes, bots going to be playing Starfield for about 15 minutes and put it down. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Nah, they're gonna get a little bit more. They're gonna leave it on the
30 minutes
on the boot screen. They're gonna leave it on the boot screen.
And then what they'll do is they'll tweet at Todd Howard saying, "Thank you for coming to the Xbox family." That's what they'll do.
You're my number one customer.
CB3 with the 2. He goes, Starfield's gonna try and duck Spider-Man 2. Watch. I don't know.
I think it'll successfully. I think it's gonna successfully happen because listen,
You're my number one customer.
Once they get to the end, they're gonna be like, "Hey, let me tell you guys, we decided that we're gonna move Starfield to the Unreal Engine." That's all that's gonna happen.
No, they
that's
can't
their
do
excuse
that.
now.
They
That's
can't do
their
that.
excuse for games.
You're
not
my
coming
number
out
one
now.
customer.
Oh, we're converting over to Unreal Engine 5.
New Engine 5. Oh, Jesus. Game Night 123 with the 5. He goes, I can see the last 4 games listed by releasing by June. The others later half of 2023, since 3 are indies and 1 is a AA in Flintlock, which is multi-plat. Thank you again, Game Night. Thank you for the super chats. Yes, replaced. Guess what? You know what, Game Night? I got some news.
Replace is like the only game that's kind of that I'm looking forward to, honestly. That's on that list. Is Replace. You know what you should do, Jazz?
What?
I'm telling you, you and Frogs. Is Frog still here?
I think Frog's
Or did
still
he
here.
leave? Oh,
Wasn't yeah, what are you gonna say? Oh shit.
Yeah. No, y'all should play this game called Police Simulator, man.
Yo, I was watching you play that stuff. I think I'm gonna
do
play
it.
that. That was funny as hell.
You should do it. I promise you the game is tight. It is.
You give it
I
out.
know y'all like
Jemiah
to
was
get
getting
on
those
sales.
tickets out, man. I saw that.
Yo, he was out there running it. I ain't gonna even lie. It's like he was built for this shit.
I was cracking up when you were giving all the people the jaywalking ticket when they were in the crosswalk. I'm like, that's not jaywalking. And he's like, but it's the red light.
Oh,
and dude, you got fired.
So that's why I was getting -5 points for that shit. I'm like, yo, what the hell is happening
You
right
just
now?
standing
Like,
on the corner, like giving tickets to people in the crosswalk. I'm like, they're in the crosswalk. He's like, they're jaywalking.
Yo, I'm telling you, y'all should do it, man. Y'all should do it. Man.
I will. I know. I'm gonna try that. How
It's
long?
not that bad, and it's not expensive either. Maybe because it was on sale. I got it for like $20 or something like that with all the DLC and shit. So
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try it. Like, is there? Does it get? Is it all traffic cop stuff, or does it actually get the criminal investigations and stuff?
no, you get to do a whole bunch of stuff. We just didn't unlock it yet.
Yeah, see, that's what I want. Like, if you move up and start doing like crimes and shit, that would be cool. But if you're just a traffic cop.
Yeah, no, you get to tackle perps and do all kind of stuff,
Ooh,
man.
yeah, I'm gonna get it because I think it's something that's unique. I think that's pretty cool. So where is it? Here it is. This thing. Wait, I got something for you. So replaced, right? Let me see.
Hey, Gio, you right, man. I don't, man, because I was so confused. I'm like, yo, why am I getting -5 CP for this? And it shows that that was the person who was jaywalking because they get the little yellow symbol.
Oh yeah,
over
replace
their
looks
head.
pretty cool. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that coming out by June. I can see that the replace coming out. Stalker 2, I don't think. See, they just showed a trailer, and basically they didn't have a release date. They just said 2023. So I think Stalker is probably the second half. If it
Dude,
was,
I showed that trailer in my stream,
yeah.
and Russia blocked it immediately.
Oh damn.
Yep.
I think Redfall is coming out. Well, Redfall they said May. I think Redfall's May. I can't see them. See, I think they're gonna, dude. If they do Redfall May, Starfield June, what else? I don't know.
Redfield. I mean,
Redfall and Starfield.
May and Starfield June. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna surprise some people and come out with Starfield earlier, maybe around March or something like that. I don't know.
I don't.
To
Yeah.
be honest with you, I want this game to hurry up and release so people can stop pretending they want to play it.
Oh yeah. Like the only thing I can think of if this showcase comes out, right? This showcase in March, and it's basically
Wait, who showcase?
if Xbox has a showcase in the first quarter, that's what the rumor is, right? If they do a showcase and it's basically the Starfield showcase, and it's the Todd Howard, let me show you the game showcase, and then they release it in the spring, that's where I could see. But I don't think so.
No,
I think they're saving Starfield for
real with
E3
y'all.
stage. I think that
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't think that they doing no showcase right now because they expected this deal to be, approved or whatever
Yeah.
by like last month sometime. So they probably scheduled it for that, but I don't think that that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't. I think I don't know. Like I don't know.
Hopefully I'm wrong though. Hopefully I'm wrong.
The thing is that something has to give. Like something has to drop because guess what? People are gonna easily forget. They already forgot. 2022 was zero, empty. So if nothing starts dropping soon, they're gonna go another year of nothing, which they can't. So they're and we've seen from history.
Who's gonna stop them? Who's gonna stop them?
Well, we've seen from history that when they have no games in one year, the next year is basically the games that were delayed from the previous year. That's what they've done.
Did you see the you put the article up there where the person was like secretly Xbox had the greatest 2020.
Well, that's I told you, all he played was wrestling. he thought about scoring. He said he thought about it. He didn't play it. He thought about scoring. He hated the game, but he thought about it. I don't know. You're fantasizing about some alien penises. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, what's up, Jose?
I don't know what's going on, dude, with that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, hey, we will see. And I'm expecting this week probably will be some VR news, which will be good. Probably some FTC stuff because Phil's going to court with my cousin Vinny, talking about magic grits and
unconstitutionality
and the constant and about the two Utes. And he's in court right now this week. So we're going to hear about more FTC stuff. We're going to hear about some PSVR news. So stay tuned. Keep it locked here. Hit subscribe if you're new. But we're going to be wrapping up the show this evening. Got through without coughing my lungs off here. But I want to thank Frogs, Sick, and Link for coming on the show. And now let's go back to here because I think we got most of our topics there for everything. But we had a side piece in the beginning from there. But Happy New Year to everybody. And if you want to go through, where can they find you, Sick? You know where they can find him. Go watch Sick's streams. He's going to go play Police Simulator. Now, is it only 2 people or is it multiple?
It's only 2 people. According to what Fatal was telling me, he said the developers are looking into 4-player.
Oh,
but
damn.
right now, currently, it's only 2 players.
2
only
player.
2 players.
Oh, go check out that stream over there. That was fun as hell. I was watching that. That was fun.
No, that shit is definitely fun.
It is. Actually,
that game looks cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yo, I'm telling you, Frogs, you definitely should play
That
that.
game
Yo,
looks
Frogs
so
gotta
cool.
play that. I want Frogs to play that. Frogs will go crazy on that. Frogs will go crazy because it is pretty. It's very particular. Like, and I don't. What did you find out if it was a glitch that they were parking on the sidewalk or that's them?
No, we were able to give them fines for that.
Oh,
and
okay.
it was right.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like the intricacies of it, and I like how you actually have to call to have the cars towed away and shit.
Yeah,
like
that
that
crazy tow
it's
truck.
really good. Yeah.
And then you have to look at the insurance and look at the date and look at the meter. It is pretty interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is pretty fun. And you get people jaywalking or littering and stuff like that. And if you find people wrong, you get fired.
That was
crap.
They're real strict about a lot of stuff. Like they really want you to play like a good cop.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe there's some cops out there need to play this game.
Oh. Training camp.
A training simulator.
Police Academy. Play this. Is it in Game Pass? Oh my God. That's what I didn't ask the question. I'm not buying it if it's not in Game Pass.
Damn.
Nope.
It's a simulator that's not in Game Pass. Phil, you're slipping. 2023, you're slipping.
Yeah, I think, and the game doesn't look bad. Like, most simulators, they look like kind of cheesy, cartoony.
Yeah.
Not this one. Not this one.
I don't know why, man. You're talking about simulators. I played that not farming sim, lawnmower simulator. I don't know why I was addicted to that for a while. I don't know why. I couldn't stop playing that game for a while. I don't know why.
You know what it is, man? It is just how, it's not something that you got to be super aware of. Well, you got to be particular with how you cut the lawn because you get fines and stuff for I don't know.
Cutting it too low and burning the grass.
Oh,
Yeah.
burn the grass.
Yeah.
You get like brown spots.
Oh, damn. Then you got water.
Yep.
If you put the blade too low.
Yep.
That's so funny. That is funny. But no, one thing I want to do a shout out to is I've been playing a lot. Oh, actually, I talked about the last game, that Divine Knockout. That's pretty lit. I've been playing that.
Oh yes, man.
That's pretty good.
Yes, that game is fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play some more. PlayStation. Actually, I have some time tonight. So, but yeah, shout out to everybody. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you're new, and keep it locked here to the Game Grindhouse for 2023. We're gonna have some new. I'll try to do some new things here. I plan. I'm excited about what I didn't tell you because I didn't think about it yet. There you go. There's the honesty right there. But I definitely want to make do some new things and stuff like that. But we'll see what comes to mind. It always just seems like I'm in the moment and it hits, and then you get wonderful poems and songs and fernandos and skits and everything like that. It just comes to me. So stay tuned. Keep it locked here. You never know. Hit the alert buttons when I go live, because sometimes I went live earlier, sometimes I went live later. But keep it locked here, and shout out to everybody that came through. Happy New Year. And we're going to close out with our sponsor right now, Mr. Game Pass.
Games are coming fast. 12 minutes and 80s. And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. Smash to ground, Shroom and Doom. 'Cause they're all on Game Pass.
And so everything that we're doing with our content, with our our cloud, and
do not be sorry. Be better.
Another one.
Good night, everybody.